Right, we're live. Go on, Mike.
I was expecting the countdown.
That's why he did it.
That's why I did it. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Game Day Live here on Sport Tank. It's what are we on? Sunday, the 17th of April. I'm Stang. That's Oz, and that is Steve right there. We'll be bringing you all the scores and updates from Britball as they happen. Hopefully, if they put it up there, and if you're in the comments, if you're at the games, let us know, and we can feed it out to the good ladies and gentlemen of the world. So, Oz,
yes.
Yeah, just let you know, Oz, how are you?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. I'm looking forward to a solid day of Britball shenanigans. It's usually the highlight of my Sunday where we come on, we annoy people, we goof off, we insult every team under the sun, but at the same time, it's not as bad as it could be. It could be a Lee Miners versus whoever the fuck they played last week sort of game.
Was it Crew? Yeah, it was Crew.
Railroaders versus, and we want some nipples already.
All right. So I don't care. It's Lewis is going to put a quid into the OnlyFund, aren't you, for that? Well done, nice one. You talked yourself into that one. Steve, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, very good. I'm keeping half an eye on, or maybe more than, maybe 1.5, maybe 1.4 eyes. I'm not sure yet.
How many
round it down
on another screen? I've only got two, so it's most.
Yeah, but one of them's lazy and does what it wants.
Yeah. So that's my full attention, basically. I'm keeping half an eye on this live stream. It's supposed to kick off. So the live stream between Manchester Titans and Tamworth. Actually, I'll post the link in the comments so people can go to it. It hasn't kicked off yet, and
controversial.
People are speculating: is this because of so the refs are congregated in the middle of the field? Both sidelines are lined up. People have speculated it might be because of the medics, but they are live.
Just Britball things.
Commentators, so I don't know what they're saying. Let me just turn them up.
So we've been told by Barry that Humber versus South Links might have been a worse game than Crew versus Miners, despite the score, as it was so bad. Luckily for us, Barry, we didn't have to see it. So deepest apologies.
There you go.
So I'm doing all right. I'll just be watching. I won't be saying much. I'll let you leave it mostly to you guys. But I'll keep an eye on stuff and keep feeding the information through.
That game hasn't kicked off. But speaking of ones that have, we've got a couple updates. The Cats have kicked off against the Spartans, and the Spartans have the ball. Also, the Raiders versus the DC Presidents, another game that no one probably wants to see. That kicked off at midday. And last we have through that is the Raiders are up 23-6. That's thoroughly underwhelming because the Presidents are atrocious. I think we're at halftime.
I suppose I should also mention it. I'm wearing my Sealand first team jersey.
How can you be first team without playing a game?
I'm still on the squad.
Yeah. Well, it's funny you should mention that because we have news from the Seahawks camp. We have the Masters team. So if you were born before 1990 and want to come touring, give us a shout. There you go.
Wait, are we calling? Is 1990 now Masters?
Well, yeah, that's in the 30s, mate.
How old you got up in 32?
We're saying 32 and above because we went for 35 and everyone was just like, yeah, I've got no knees, I can't be bothered. But
I was going to say, like, at 35 people, yeah.
There's that 3 years. Who cares? We'll say 1990, you're a veteran of the game. Welcome. Come on in. We're off to France. We're going to play the Montpellier and Friends team. We've got Iceland next February, and then we've got Malaga. And we're all going to go out as a massive super squad of like 3 or maybe 4 teams and squads. So we'll have a little bit of a giggle with that. But anyway, we're back to... Is
anybody doing double duty?
There's a couple, yeah. that at 39 is going to be it's going to be a sight to see. My knees are going to love me. But
if I get through snaps in one of the games, I'll be happy. Like my knees hate me now, let alone after a game of football.
But coming back to BAFA and Britball.
In the jar.
I know. I don't care. I'm down for. I think what we on? I'm about £4. Yeah, because ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know, if one of us mentions that
the British American Football Association.
Yeah, we're playing. Oh, here we go.
I was going to say, there's a little bit more movement. Refs in position. One's got a ball. The chain crew has stood up. There's a white cap and another ref in the middle with what looks like a coach from 18.
Don't ever become a commentator, Steve.
So,
well, it looks like we got a ref in the middle, and he's got a ball, and he's got a white hat, and
that's what's happening though. Oh, actually, I want to change screens. I want to move it down.
I was going to say, is there any way you could change it so you're not just gawping off into the distance like that? I'm about to call an ambulance to your house.
So, speaking of Britball updates, the Cat Spartans game that I mentioned, which had kicked off, we've already got a score. We're 5 minutes in.
That's
and
the
Cats,
game of the week.
Yeah, game of the week. Cats take the go-ahead score. 2-point attempt is no good.
Another score already. Right, this is it.
We got 6-0 to the Cats over the Spartans in the game of the week.
Is that our
the
game
Raiders.
of the week?
Yeah, our game of the week. Sorry. So it was a fumble recovery that led to a touchdown from QB Mark Rivet to receiver James
It's more of
Horn.
an error than the score through skill.
Oh. No, because it just turned the ball over, and then there was a receiving touchdown from wide receiver James Horn on the offensive side of the ball. And we've got the Raiders leading the DC Presidents 23-6 in halftime. So a great first half with TDs coming from running back Matty Hammond, tight end Andy Lunn, and running back Gaz Roberts. Both PATs and 2-point conversions were completed by Alex Woofenden. And they also record a safety from a block punt by Stu Kane.
Ooh. So,
four
captains are out doing the coin toss for the Titans. One captain.
How about you tell us when something actually happens?
That is actually happening, you prick.
As in like an actual kickoff. I don't give a shit when they're out there doing the toss.
Well, it's showing development.
Ladies and gentlemen,
and
I'm aware that
progress.
we are pre-watershed, but maybe earmuffs on younger children when you're watching Game Day live right here on Sport Time.
This isn't for younger children. We don't market to younger children. If you are a younger child watching this, fuck off.
So the reason we are saying that the Cat Spartans is the game of the week is because that was the only one that we differed on in our predictions. If you'd have checked out Sport Tank, that we had our predictions up there because we've got the runners and riders for today. The Titans for the Phoenix, we've all gone for the Phoenix. The Exiles for the Olympians, we've all gone Exiles. The Blitz versus the Thrashers, we've all gone Blitz. The Wolverines versus Goliath, we've all gone Wolverines. Vikings Tigers, we've gone Vikings. Falcons Revolution, we've gone Falcons. Bobcats Dreadnoughts, we've gone Bobcats. Rushmore Knights versus South Wales Warriors, we've all gone Rushmore Knights. The Spartans and the Cats are the first one. We differ. You guys reckon the Spartans, and I've gone Cats. Why not? Blitz B versus the Stallions, we've all said Stallions. The Blackhawks versus the Dunfermline Kings, we've all said Blackhawks. Nottingham Raiders versus the DC Presidents, nobody cared. The Alphas versus the South Links Lightning, we've all said the Alphas. The Black Knights versus the other Knights, we've all said the North Ants.
And speaking of the North Ants Knights, they have taken the lead. So after the Source have a quick 3-and-out on the opening drive, North Ants have driven the length of the field, and James Holston runs it in for a touchdown. Bad snap on the extra point, so the holder decides to throw a pick. So North Ants leads 6-0. The Source.
I'm very impressed with North Ants' social media.
Oh mate, they are my favourite team in Britball now. Like I've played for a couple of teams around the country, but North Ants are 100% my favourite team in Britball. I'm sorry, it used to be the Bombers, it used to be Lincolnshire, but their social media guy's gone AWOL. He's done fuck all, so I've moved my allegiances.
But
so we got prediction here from
Manchester kicking off. And Tamworth receiving.
Wow,
well done, John Motson.
Barry's told us
fair enough.
Barry's told us that he reckons the Alphas versus the Lightnings. He's going to call for the Alphas to win by 60, seeing as the Warhawks should be able to score 50 on them. And his bold prediction is Lightning don't get a first down.
Oh, that's that. Oh, that is one hell of a take.
That's bold. Yeah, but he said bold prediction.
He said bold prediction. Yeah. We'll see. Yeah.
Yeah, and on the bottom end, we've got the Wyverns versus the Trojans. The Wyverns have just scored. I think it's 8-0. And we've got the East Essex Sabres versus the East Kent Mavericks. We've all gone Sabres. So that's why we are saying that the Cat Spartans is our game of the week, because one of us or two of us are going to be wrong.
They're using just to let you know on the stream, they're using a static camera. They're not changing camera angle, so where the kickoff started to be returned, you couldn't see it until it came into view. Kickoff returned to about midfield for Tamworth.
So the Raiders and the Presidents have started the second half. Presidents had the ball, and the QBs picked off. So first play of the second half, DC Presidents are picked off by Jacob, and the Raiders take over on the DC Presidents 10.
Oh, just Britball things. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think? Here's one. Do you think the DC Presidents will finish the season? Because I'm pretty sure they didn't finish last season, did they?
No. Oh, I can't remember actually. I try to erase them from my memory. Because who have they got? They got the Raiders. They've got the Vikings. They haven't got a fun division.
Fun? What? Can you define that? Do you mean as in like they're the underdogs? Like they're going to come up? You know?
Yeah. But defining a fun division, fun would be being able to win a game.
Yeah.
Winning is fun. As we discussed with Mikey last season, having a winning season, last week, having a winning season is fun.
Yeah, fair enough.
So having a quick look at their div, and there's only 4 of them in there. The Vikings aren't in there, sorry, because they're Div 2, and I was thinking of the geographical. So they've got the Senators, the Steam, and the Raiders in there with them. So I'm saying they're probably not going to win a game.
No. And are they going to finish the season? No.
I think they will. I think they will. Mate, they've only got to play 6 games.
Are they going to finish the season? No.
They've only got to play 6 games.
I thought they had 8. First down for Tamworth.
Well, are they playing someone twice? Are they playing a couple?
I think it's 8.
Sorry, 3 times. 3 times. Sorry.
Is it 8?
So they're playing
10.
8 in Div 2.
So so they've got to play either Gateshead, Darlington, or Nottingley 3 times, and then, 2 of those 3 times, and then one of them twice. Mm-hmm. I think they still finish it. Like the only team that should be giving them a proper set. Well, actually, Gateshead and Darlington played last week, and it was a 16-14 game. So, they can take 8 hidings in a year. They'll be all right.
Is Jeff Rutter still part of that setup, or is he gone?
No, I don't think he's involved in football anymore. I don't think Jeff's around.
Oh, fair enough.
So completely defeated Div 2 sides don't stick around for many seasons, so going 0 whatever.
We called him once Handsome Baggy. I think that's what we called him.
Handsome Baggy. Jesus Christ.
Oh,
wow.
Dear.
Or Buff Baggy or something like that.
Buff Baggy.
He looks after himself, Jeff does.
Buff Baggy just makes me think of the old wrestler from the WCW wrestler, Buff Bagwell, Jeff, with the guitar.
But let's call him Handsome Baggy then.
So Aaron has just mentioned that completely defeated Div 2 sides, so teams that go 0 and whatever don't usually stick around for many seasons.
No.
So could very easily see a DC Presidents folding. He thinks. We've just been asked by Adam, is Baggy still around? He blocked him years ago. I didn't know Baggy could block anything, to be honest. He played QB, he played O-line. I'd never seen him block a fucking thing.
The last I heard, he was involved with... And this is like... No, like from day to day, this can change, right? And this is probably about a year old, this information. Pretty sure... I'm pretty sure he was doing some stuff for Clyde Valley, but then they said he never would, but then he did, I think. And then he was doing stuff with the Pyros, the Uniball team. But don't know.
So
he's certainly not online anymore.
Adam has also mentioned he's about the Maverick Sabres game on a stream generously supplied by some bloke in Asia.
Very nice of him.
So there's a Mavericks.
Who said that?
Adam.
Yeah. That's
so we've got
some spam.
We got some spam already.
Where is it? I'll go and hunt it down.
Have you
It
seen
must
the
be
one
on
from the
Facebook.
North
All right,
Ants
let me-
Knights?
Cheers for letting us know.
The source forced into a fourth down, flag on the play, face masks against us, automatic first down for Worcestershire Black Knights Football UK. Anyway, enjoy this picture of our shiny posts. Hashtag Gameday Live.
They are
very shiny.
They are some very handsome goalposts.
You've got
So Mikey Gray, Go the Scenics, Lithuanian Jeff making his Knicks debut today, as well as the other people snagged by the Johnny Weeks Consortium. Steak dinners for all.
Johnny Weeks, shameless. Boo, you've been absolutely shameless. Do you know where you should come this year?
Yeah.
Come to the Phoenix. Just tickle her, little thing. Oh, you go. Come.
So we found the Bombers' social media guy from last season.
Oh.
Steve. So Barry was their social media man last season, and he's left.
Barry, come to us. Come to us.
Come be our social media man.
You come and do whatever you want, mate.
Yeah.
You're brilliant.
Especially when you're running off. Part of the ship, part of the crew, part of the ship, part of the crew. Especially when you're running off to Macca's halfway through at half time and not getting back for the start of the second half.
It fit right in. Punt on Tama's first possession. It didn't go 3 and out. They got a first down. But Manchester take over from around the 8-yard line.
Do we have any pictures of the horses from the South versus North Ants joust?
No, but if you look on their Twitter, you can see their posts.
Lovely goal posts.
Very pretty.
So fourth and goal. So for the Raiders, a 4th and goal from the 18 after an intentional grounding penalty. The O's stay on, but turnover on down shortly after. So lovely field position for the Raiders, but they didn't do a fucking thing with it. So
someone, something that I've noticed this week is the Source have been they've been up in their social media game lately. So just shout out for them for that. Looking forward to more.
That's a very specific number, Mikey. Having known Barry for years, he can confirm his McDonald's bills comes in at 25.56 at least.
That is a very specific. That's what it is. Yeah. Do you know what? Yeah. He hates it when they raise the prices.
Yeah, Mikey's got. Barry's got a minimum card payment of $25.56, or his card just won't go through.
Decline. Where's the rest of it?
Just quick sort of. Thoughts I'm seeing it. Manchester very aggressive, like pounding the ball, picking up yards, very aggressive, which I like seeing. I like seeing aggressive football.
Only if Barry doesn't have breakfast.
Fair. But,
so
I mean, when you say they're just pounding the ball, have they gone to the air yet, or are they just banging it?
Well, there's that ball. Sorry, that was a sack. Maybe it made a yard. First pass was a screen pass, so it was, they're sort of runs, really, aren't they? And yeah, one ball in hand, the geezer was like, like a demon to bring down. Second one was a run up the middle, and the guy, the running back was like, going for it, and the O line was really nice blocking. So just seemed quite aggressive on, in the play. They're now, I can't tell if it's third down. No, it's fourth down. They're punting, so they go 3 and out.
Oh right, okay.
So Thomas has just mentioned that it's nice to be back. He's had an injury right off for him this season. I've no idea who the fuck Thomas is, but I'm hoping what do you two do?
Yeah. Well, didn't we call him? We gave him a nickname like Midday or something. Or...
Oh shit! Yes.
Come on, you got to.
Oh my god!
You know this stuff.
Yeah, you're testing my memory now. Fuck me. Moving on. Pick 6 for North Ants. Come on, Darren, get with it. It's North Ants.
Let's start getting some of these up.
2-point pack, good. 12-0.
For
North Ants.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it does.
14-0.
Yeah, it should be 14-0 if the 2-point PAT was. Yeah, because they exactly.
Oh, 2 point good. Yeah. You're right. It's 14.
And we've got first down for the DC Presidents, but a penalty for the Raiders. And DC on consecutive plays makes it 1st and 20 from the Presidents' 19.
So Barry's prediction.
Barry, you're out the wind.
Over so soon.
No. Actually, no, because Barry was predicting about South Links versus
Lightning.
Lightning Alphas.
I think we should interpret this as Barry predicting that every club in Britball will get at least one first down. That's how
except
we
for
need to.
except for South Links.
No, all of them.
No, because he said he doesn't think South Links will get one. So Somerset is at the end of the first quarter against Torbay, and they lead 8-0 still as well. So if you haven't updated the ticker, Steve, just heads up.
What's that?
8-0 at the end of the first quarter.
Just saying.
Pick 6 for the Nottingley Raiders. So pick 6 for Lewis sees Nottingley go ahead 29-6. After the DC Presence had the ball on their own 19. And as Darren, the lovely Darren mentioned to us, there was also a pick 6 for the North Ants Knights after having an INT flagged back. Raekwon Hamilton. Yes, from last week, Raekwon. We love him. So Raekwon gets another, returns at 65 yards. Knights 14, the Source 0.
Sweet, I got those. Right, I need to add them to the
65
ticker.
yards. That is a long way.
Thomas remembers what we called him. Have you got anything for the Bombers?
Who's that guy?
Don't ask questions.
Who's that guy?
You're part of the team.
Yeah, part of the ship, part of the crew.
Part of the team.
Go away.
Message Barry if you want things for the Bombers, and he can give you information that's a year old. So the PAT is no good for Nottingley. It remains 29-6 for the Raiders over the Presidents.
Hold on. Are the Bombers even playing today? No. Okay.
No, they are not.
So no, we do not have anything for the Bombers.
Yeah,
Well, no, we do. We've got the Bombers aren't playing today.
Yeah, that's what we've got.
Make
yeah.
something up. The Bombers
As Tom has mentioned here.
Go
away.
How's that for a service? Nice one, Tom Gad.
Oh, picked off. So Tamworth have been picked off by Manchester, the safety. It was a bit of a lofty throw. They take over just shy of their halfway line.
It's a good place to go 3 and out.
Yeah. I thought it was like a Tourette situation. Picked off.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, exciting.
we've got an update between Essex and Cambridgeshire. Touchdown Spartans. Nick Walton scores as the Spartans PAT is no good, and it's now 6-6 in the first quarter. Game of the week.
Game of the week. Come on, Johnny Five. Come on, Jess. Pull your fingers out. Up the cats. But yeah.
So I got to ask then, if we're so Steve's going to be sitting here watching this Tamworth stream, just giving us impromptu Tourette's updates all day. Touchdown. Obviously, we all picked Tamworth to win. Right, Steve's
First
face.
down on first play.
Well, there we go. No 3 and out.
Nice little screen to the left.
Good thing.
2 blockers. Only a couple of players from Tamworth there to make the tackle, but they still got it. But didn't.
Good work. What are we thinking score-wise?
Well, see,
Wow.
we've now got the bias of watching it or knowing that, you know, they're trading punts. I put Tamworth down to win, and I think
we're only 2 drives in before you start sitting and being like it's almost 14-12.
Yeah, I know it's early. Well, I think once you get like 3 or 4 drives in, you get a measure of the game, right? And
Yeah.
Sorry. And I said in a private chat last night when someone asked me, I said Tamworth by 20 or 30 points, and everyone was like, "Nah."
Well, that's not so private anymore.
Yeah, I know. I don't mind sharing it.
Ben Lee Harris.
Alpha's at the end of the first quarter. Thank you,
Well,
Ben Lee.
that's not the absolute trouncing we were expecting the Alphas to give.
I blame Barry.
Is it?
I blame Barry. He was
Damn
too
it, Baz.
confident.
Yeah. I mean, Ben, if you're seeing, have the Lightning's got a first down? Well,
that's what we need to know. Yeah, we need to know if South Links have got a first down. We need to hold Barry accountable if they do. Like, what are we expecting?
$5 in the Emily Fund. Simple.
I
That's
was
the
going to
penalty
say
for everything.
I was going to say a beer marathon, but yeah, $5 in the Emily Fund works too.
Emily Fund.
Or he has to eat 50 quid's worth of Mackies.
Yeah.
In one go and film it.
That's breakfast and lunch.
Who's favourite?
Yeah.
So it's interesting. Opinions split in this Manchester game, which is cool. Why it makes it so exciting.
Did we do a poll for this just to see?
No, we've stopped doing picks for now because of the new website. But we will do them again.
Who's got guitar?
I do, but it's downstairs. It was more the springs of my mic boom that made the guitar noise.
I was like,
Bing.
Something's broken.
And now Wonderwall.
But this is the, I don't know, this is the one, this has been a question that has been kind of bandied around for yonks, Titans, because the Titans have done like massive things. I mean, I know that they've recruited really well, but then again, you look at the Phoenix and the Johnny Weeks consortium. Yeah, they've just brought in all sorts of people,
class players.
And you're like,
both teams have got really good squads. You know,
that's the thing. Like Manchester obviously made the push.
Manchester in the red zone. Manchester in the red zone. 13 yards, first down.
So Manchester made the push. What would have been about 4 or 5 years ago now, when they jumped up from Div 1 to the Prem. Like the way that they sort of went about it, and then over the last sort of few, I would say, proper seasons. So we're looking at probably 2019, 2020. 2018, 2019. And then into the abridged 2021 season. That's when the chatter really became sort of a, like Manchester are the second best team in the North behind the Phoenix. And it's in the last, I would say, 12 months now, especially from last year when they were just pasting people left, right, and centre in the division that they got put in with, like, you know, the Wolverines and things like that. It's come about now where they're like, well, we're better than Tamworth. Like, Tamworth's dropped off, we've stepped up, like, we are the new big dogs in the North. And this is the time we actually get to see whether that's the case.
Yeah, because you started to, the hype was so good from their social media. Even if you are, you know, a staunch kind of a hater of the Titans for whatever reason, you start going, well, crap, there might be actually something in this. Like you say, we'll find out by close of play today whether it was just all hot air, if it was real.
Exactly. So, couple of obviously they're in the red zone now, as Steve's just mentioned. So that's big things moving.
There's a bit of a weird situation there where the ball came out of QB's hands, but it was deemed as an incomplete pass,
as opposed to a fumble.
If it hadn't been, then
took rule.
Then Phoenix
I'm moving forward.
It over.
So, couple more updates here. So we've got Somerset leaving 16-0 over the Torbay. I think that could very easily turn into a blowout. And James has let us know that the Sabres are up 3-0 over East Kent last time he heard as well. So we got end of the first quarter with with North Ants versus the Source, and they're 14-0 to North Ants at the moment. And then Barry's just let us know that the Alphas are 7-0 up over the Lightning at the end of the first. Just confirming what we had heard previously from Ben Lee. We still need to know, any first downs, Barry, or are you going to be eating your hat?
Ooh, and I don't know.
We got an update as well. Knights are up 7-0 over South Wales currently.
Oh, I was surprised that you both selected the Knights to win that game.
I
genuinely thought that was one that we were going to differ on opinion, because obviously I've got my Knights goggles on, right?
And so do I, but I think I've got a bias, and I feel bad. I feel like I've got a bias against South Wales. Like they were performing last week, and I just thought it was a bit of smoke and mirrors. And I don't think that South Wales are very good. So it wasn't. It was more of a bias against South Wales than it was, not backing the Knights. It's more, I think South Wales are just the worst team.
Yeah, gotcha.
So,
I just
what about you, Mikey? Why did you go for the Knights over the South Wales?
I don't know. I just, I you don't kind of see an awful lot of South Wales like lighting up the news. They're not like boss squad, but it was a coin toss. But I just thought Rushmore Knights stuff. It's your old team. I kind of went Knights. That'll do. And it was I didn't deliberate much with it. I just went, there's more people on that squad that I know or that have some history with it, so I'll go with them. But because I don't know anyone that plays for South Wales apart from the fellow that got locked up.
Points on the board, 4th and 10. They're going for a punt, a field goal.
Oh,
balls up. No, it's shy. Like it might have been shy and wide. That was a poor kick.
Who was that? Manchester,
yeah, the Titans.
Oh, so that might have been
Aaron. Yeah, Aaron.
Damn it, Bocop, you sacked.
It was a bit. It was scuffed, maybe. I don't know. It didn't look like there was loads of pressure on it. But
Looked
yeah.
like his looking like his
distance,
kickoff for the Grizzlies
you'd
that resulted in a Penguins touchdown.
Oh,
So Russ has just mentioned that South Wales are better coached this season.
maybe.
Good coaching can only do so much if you've got bad players, but
toxic people.
well, I don't know if he's still there. I know what you're referring to.
gone.
I don't. You've got to think he's gone.
Big old Nate dog.
I don't know. Old the South Wales Strangler.
Oh, big hole up there. First down for Tamworth. I think that's Elliott. Just ran about 14 yards.
So Essex have come out just on their social media and they've mentioned that their team is now awake after conceding on the opening drive. The Cats are now facing a 3rd and 22 from inside their own 18-yard line. So looks like Cambridgeshire could be in a little bit of trouble there.
I hope so.
And
the one
and
from
the
the North Ants Knights.
Oh, yeah. Grant Lawless has just followed the North Ants Knights on Twitter, and does that mean that they've made it? Yes, Grant being the social media guru that he is, if he's interested in what you're saying, you've definitely made it. I'm actually... is this the first live update that we've gotten from a Scottish game ever?
Scottish game, yeah, and I made up for
surely
it.
not.
Yeah.
It was more of
last
a...
week.
It's more me being facetious than anything else, but... but yes, we've got Clyde Valley up 6-0 over Dunfermline. Russ has just confirmed that the Thug no longer plays for them. There we go. I can throw my bias out the window and go back to...
This game's now in Q2 that I just posted.
So Guy Kersey's popped in the chat. Welcome, Guy,
Guy.
and he's
Top man.
just confirmed that the Falcons are up 14-0 over Shropshire. That's one that I expect to be a blowout, especially after the Rev and their result that they got last week. So. Wow, what a score update. 0-0 for Solent versus London, because I know that's what you wanted, Steve. I know that was the reason you put that in there. So here we go.
I think that's a worthy update. I think that's, showing it's still deadlocked between those two teams.
That's good.
Could still be in the that could still be in the first quarter though.
No, it's gone into second quarter now.
That's,
Oh, it has gone into the second quarter. Okay.
Yeah, that's what
Just
the
think-
update. Whoa,
just-
that's the update I received to my phone.
just think, Stevie, if you'd bothered your ass to play this year, you might have scored safeties. It could be 0-2. just
Bothered my ass.
So
saying.
the struggles are continuing for Cambridgeshire. The Spartans blocked the punt inside blocked the punt on 4th and 17, and it's been recovered by AJ. The Spartans start inside the 15, and it's 6-all. The Alphas are up 14-0 over South Links, and there has been no lightning first down yet, according to Barry.
I love that. He's
Keep
like
us-
that. He's, whoo!
Keep us posted on those first down updates for South Links there, Barry. So
Alpha's up 14. We've got. We didn't have that. Okay, that's now.
Tom's asking, will live streams be available most weekends? If you're talking about us, yes, it will be. We're here all season. All three of us may not be here, but there will be some version of the Gameday live crew each weekend. If you're talking about teams live streams, ask them. We have no fucking idea.
Yeah. We hope so. And
Yeah.
it's getting more and more popular. Clubs are sort of figuring out ways of doing it. Finding budget for it, finding partners to do it, or whatever. But yeah,
I don't get why they don't just have more and more people just walking up and down the sideline with a GoPro strapped to their head.
A GoPro.
Yeah, GoPro.
A pogo.
It's like it's like a pogo stick.
Do you mean-
Yeah,
strapped to their head.
yeah. And then you just run and head and run and head. And it's got nothing to do with the cameras. It's more just for entertainment.
Just seen that update from the Nottingham Raiders. False start sees DC walk back to their 5, 1st and 15. Oh,
Yeah.
DC, what are you doing? What's going
Yep.
on? You're 5 and you're 1st and 15.
Yeah, because they took over on their own 10, and then false start. So Mavs are up 8-3 over the Sabres. So that's gone against our predictions. All three of us picked the same. It's still early days yet, so let's not get too ahead of ourselves. So all the pressure of Grant Lawless following the North Ants Knights has gotten the better of the players on the field. Nice run, but the ball is fumbled, and the Source recover it on the 45-yard line.
Oh,
3-8.
dear.
Mavs up 3-8. Okay, cool.
And then for the Raiders.
almost a pick six. I know what you're going to say, Mikey. So false start sees DC walk back to the 5. Almost another pick six for Lewis, but it falls incomplete. Never mind. Touchdown. Stu picks off for a walk-in touchdown. 35-6.
That's the moment where you just catch it and you go, oh, thank you very much.
Just lean the ball forward. So there we go. The struggles are going from bad to worse for the DC Presidents as I think that's the second or third pick six for the Raiders today. They
6.
Yeah.
So who else is in that division? Like, is this the worst or the best team that they're going to be playing? Like,
we all three of us picked the Raiders to win that division because the other two teams are Darlington and Gateshead, who played to a 16 and they played to a 16-14 game last week. So Darlington played Gateshead and they came to 16-14. So I can see DC struggling against the other two teams as well. It's not going to be, it's not a fun division. It's not going to be a fun season.
not fun. Not fun.
So we got an update from the Spartans Cats game. Touchdown Spartans. Grant Mulche. The 2-point attempt is no good, and the Spartans lead 12-6 in the second quarter.
Ooh. Well,
so Cambridgeshire, all the pressure and the struggles.
Yeah, Russ has left. It's all gone to shit.
So, do you want to just read out some score updates?
Yep. So PAT is good for Nottingley versus DC Presidents. So the Nottingley leads DC 36-6. That game is into the second half now as well. Essex leads Cambridgeshire 12-6, and that game's in the second quarter. We've got North Ants leading the Source 14-0, and that's in the second quarter. We've got South Wales and Rushmore into the second quarter, and Rushmore leads 7-0 over South Wales. We've got... Yeah, the Falcons are up 14-0 in their game over the... who were they playing? Revolution, exactly. Shropshire, apologies. Clyde Valley have scored again, so they're up 14-0 over Dunfermline.
Nice, well done.
We got the East Kent Mavericks are up 8-3 over the East Essex Sabres. The Alphas are up 14-0 over South Lynx with no first downs.
Have you done your Thrashers Blitz?
Yeah, so
it's your
Thrashers Blitz are at 0-0. 0-0. We're going to do like a 0-0 counter or something, are we? Bloody hell. And that's also... apologies. Torbay versus Somerset. 16-0 to Somerset over Torbay at the moment as well.
Yeah.
The live updates that we've got, I believe.
I'm hearing a lot of rumours from people that are signing up to the charity games that Torbay are struggling because a lot of players have left. Which is a bit of a shame. You never like to see it, where people just go, see you.
Off to the Monarchs?
Off
to Somerset? Bristol.
No, Somerset, Bristol, one's Aztecs, a load have gone to the Apache, a couple have gone to the Wyverns, and you're just like, ooh. They're just like, no, bored, bye. So, bit of a shame, but that's the way Britball works, isn't it? You know.
Yeah, it's unfortunately, especially when you've got a sort of a bunch of teams in the same sort of catchment area. 3-0.
Exiles 3.
Exiles over the Olympians.
Yeah, look, so that game, I think it's in the end of the first quarter. I think.
Ooh.
So that's a little bit closer.
Yeah, we still predicted close. The Exiles though. Even if it stays at 3-0.
The source have got their star player and their punter apparently, as he's just knocked one out of the park and he hasn't. He's knocked it down to the 1. So it's bounced on the 1, falls dead at the 5.
Wow.
So that Exiles Olympians game is now in the second quarter, 3-0.
3-0.
I'm sorry.
All right. Okay.
Oh God, we've seen that one from Aaron Gilbraith. Exeter trying to set up a team too. There's going to be loads down there then. So. I get. It's a large driving area though when you think about it. Like it's all about sort of an hour. Well, actually, it's not a large driving area now. I think because it's an hour from Torbay to Somerset, if that. Something like that, yeah.
And then where's Cornwall? Like, where's the team based? Are they in Truro? Are they in?
I think they've just moved to Poole, but they were in Newquay.
Right. Okay.
It's just a little bit further along, but you know,
Isn't Poole in? Wait.
not PWLE, PWL.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just along a bit.
Here we go. Thank you, Reese. So Bournemouth are up 7-0 over the Dreadnoughts currently. Reese, beating you to it.
Reese beating you. Yeah. Fair enough.
So we've got another interception from the Raiders against the DC Presidents. So I think that's about the 5th or 6th pick, and the Raiders are starting on DC's 37. And Aaron's just confirmed Paul Cornwall, not Paul Dorset, which is what I was thinking. I was like, so if Torba are struggling now, then if Exeter form a team, they would struggle even more as they're only 30 minutes apart. So it's so many teams in such a small catchment area.
Yeah, there's loads, and I mean it's not. I don't know. Jeff might agree. It's not as densely populated as somewhere like London. So if all that's going to happen is a team will rise up, and then the other teams will just go, right, we're all going to there, and then another team will stop. Right, we're all going to there. Another team, right, we're all going to there. It's like, well, Jesus, it's crazy.
I love that you think Jeff might agree that whole sort of Cornwall, Devon area is not as densely populated as London, as opposed to like everybody in the world.
He might just say, listen, there you go, massive, but the demographic is very massive area. Demographic is very old.
I think there's very few places in the UK. Well, there's no place in the UK that's as densely populated as London.
I just didn't want to kind of turn up and just go, well, you know, there's nobody living there, is there? You know, you might have been quite southwestern proud.
Something that's just been pointed out to me that I can confirm watching this live stream. It's an 80-yard field that Tamworth and Manchester are playing on.
Oh,
I thought that was abolished. Maybe it comes in next year, but I thought it had to be 90 this year. But that's not really good, is it? It's 80 yards. I wonder if it's 80 BAFA yards or 80 normal yards.
IFAF yards.
IFAF yards.
So it's IFAF yards, so it's a 70-yard pitch.
Yeah.
Shropshire coming through with the safety.
Ooh.
There you go.
The comeback is on.
So Aaron's just come out and said that Exeter's a larger town than Payton, got a uni team, so have a chance to make a go of it, but both teams cannot exist. And Jeff is concurring with said statement. So we've got the end of the quarter after about 7 picks in this one quarter from Nottingley, and Thomas has come out and said that he thinks DC need to run the ball. I feel like you're right, but they're currently down, what was it, about 36-6, so you can't really run the ball in that situation.
Oh, at this point you just try anything. Flea flick stuff it.
Yeah.
Fumbaruski, who cares? Just blag it.
Mind you, I suppose, actually, if you think about it, like the net 1 yard you might gain from a run is better than the pick that you're going to be getting. So, any updates on the Sabres Mavs? Last we heard, Adam, it was 8-3 to the Mavs over the Sabres. Yeah. So, so Russell's just mentioned Cornwall used to have 3 teams years ago.
Wow.
The Destroyers, the St. Austell Seahawks, and the Mounts Bay Buccaneers.
Cool. I didn't know that. I know there was like apparently because of doing the beach flag stuff. There's loads, or there used to be loads of flag teams down there. But I didn't realise there was contact teams as well.
Can you see the comment from Mark Brown yet? Is it come through?
No.
He said end of Q1 Titans 0-0.
Nilo!
Oh, it is on the stream. Sorry, he's put it on the
I'm becoming a bit of a cult hero, I think. I'm not going to lie.
You've got to kind of work up to it and go, oh,
Nilo! So we've just got the update here from Darren. He's mentioned that North Amps 20-0 over the Source. So the Knights themselves have confirmed it that it was a nice run by James Holston. They started on their own 5-yard line and is brought down on the Source's 41. And they've asked us to do the maths on that. I refuse because I don't know if it's IFAF yards or not. And then a couple of plays later,
you can't tell these days.
A couple of plays later, Holston has run it again from the 17, takes it in, 2 points is no good. So North Ants is 20-0 over the Source. The Raiders have a touchdown brought back for holding against DC Presidents. So the score remains 35-6. 36-6. They've just corrected themselves. And I think we are into the fourth quarter with that game as well. So that one's probably 36-6. That's a mercy rule. Is that right?
And Northumberland Vikings 20, Glasgow Tigers 0.
So they played last week.
Ooh.
So this is the reverse. So last week, Northumberland travelled up to Glasgow for the game, beat them handily. If you guys remember, I think it was at least 40-odd.
Yeah.
And then obviously having to make the trip back down.
Yeah, they give them another kick in there.
Tamworth are in the red zone. I mean, Manchester's red zone. I think that it's now quarter two. So yeah, it's second quarter, but it's not showing on the screen. They switched. I don't know how they got there because I just saw. Maybe it was a good punt return or it could have been a play, but they're right down in the red zone.
Just wind the stream back.
It's 3rd and 6. I could do, yeah. I'm not going to.
And then just click it to live when you see.
No, I'm not doing it.
You're providing shit updates. You are.
I don't care. Watch it then. Go and watch it yourself. I don't care.
I don't want to watch it. I'm doing something else. rather than half-assing two things, I'm doing one thing poorly.
I'm enjoying myself. What are you doing?
So how are they looking?
Accosting you and enjoying myself.
Are they still trying? Manchester trying to pound the rock, or are they trying to be a bit more tricky?
Cal is right.
Both teams quite spread out.
Cal is right. I was completely way off base. Glasgow played the Rams last week and got absolutely spanked. And they played in Yorkshire. So I'm not sure if that is a home game or away game for... Tammy, last time we saw was 7-0 to Rushmore over South Wales. Where did Northumberland travel? Did they play the Goliaths last week?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, Inverclyde.
Yeah, okay, sorry. Yeah.
Tamworth going for 3. I think Manchester jumped off. Oh, timeout called by Tamworth. Okay.
Apologies. There we go.
Scott's
So
on the field, but he's just stood there.
Glasgow and Northumberland in Glasgow today. Right, okay. Thank you very much. So who had the away game? Who was away last week? Was Northumberland. So if you're playing for the Vikings, because Inverclyde is up Glasgow way, isn't it? It's because
yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So if you're playing for Northumberland, you've had to do 2 away trips up to Scotland back to back in back-to-back weeks. That is horrendous. Yes, Lou. Last we saw it was 0-0.
0-0.
0-0.
You've got to do it properly.
No,
you've got to do it properly.
0-0.
The tie's been broken. Tamworth have scored. They just got a field goal, so Tamworth go 3-0 up in the second quarter.
Yeah, so the Tigers travelled down last week to Yorkshire, got an absolute shilling, and then they've had to travel back down again this week, and it's looking very, very poor against the Vikings.
A shilling? What they got given some old timey money.
Yeah. And actually, no, it's in Glasgow today. I'm wrong. I need to pay more attention to Cal than I need to. So they're able to stay at home and get the.
The way that we do it, the home team is the first team named.
On the ticker, but I don't look at the ticker. I'm more looking at our poorly put together website where the teams aren't even in the right divisions.
Well, that's painful.
Doesn't even tell me who's at home, who's away. DC's been picked off again. They've got more picks than points.
Oh, that's terrible.
They've got more picks.
Return to the halfway line. Oh no! They've picked. The interception by DC returns to the halfway. They've got to pick themselves. Hey!
Oh, go on, DC!
Come on!
Go on, DC! The Spartans' defense have sacked the quarterback and forced a fumble, recovered by Liam, so the Spartans' O takes over against Cambridgeshire. So those offensive struggles that we saw... Now, we heard last week that Cambridgeshire didn't have their quarterback in the game last week that they were playing. Do we know if anybody has got links to the Cats? Have they got their QB back?
I mean, is that just a throwing out to the world?
I'm hoping someone can...
I think he's asking the general public.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm glad you're asking me, because I'd be like, oh.
So Russell's just mentioned that Titans scoreboard guy is biased. He's put the Titans up as 3-0.
Did it? That's not on the live stream, but they did show the scoreboard. I didn't see it.
And Tom's also mentioned that with the price of fuel, he's glad that Donny are fairly local for the for Yorkshire at least.
Yeah, man. Yeah, the price of fuel's so bad. I bet everyone's like, oh no, I've got to get on the bus.
I got to take the bus. The bus prices are going to go up soon because you pay your tenner for the bus fare or whatever it is, five or a tenner, and that's going to be up to close to 20 now. You're better off getting a megabus.
Yeah. Traveling up the day, getting like hitchhiking and going up the day before and stuff.
Well, I did that for the Slate Cup. Did the round trip on the old on the National Express. Was on the National Express at 5 in the morning and then back on it at 6 at night.
Legend.
That's
dedication. That is.
I gave you a list.
That's going to be even more of a trip now, going from County Durham as opposed to from like Yorkshire to Milton Keynes was it was only a few hours, but I got to tack an extra couple of hours.
Are you trying to get your excuses in early? That's what it feels like.
Yeah, I just don't want to bring the trophy back.
You won't be. You have to worry about that one, mate.
Chris Green?
Love you, Greener.
So I need to check that, Chris. I'm not sure. I noticed it as well. We've got a score.
Oh, go on.
Wait, I'm going to put it up.
Oh.
I think this is quite a telling scoreline.
No. I can't wait for him to press enter. We can't do anything until this moment because this is a big deal.
Well, there we go.
3.
No more nil-alls. No more nil-alls.
Oh no! Is that are we out of nil-alls now?
No. Well, there's probably a few games that are going on that we just haven't got updates for.
Let me see if I can get a score for that.
But yeah.
Here we go. The IFF Yards making an appearance again.
I don't stop.
So yeah, Blitz 3, Thrashers 0. Good on the Thrashers though. They're hanging on.
So
On the
DC
Thrashers.
are almost in the red zone. So decent run makes DC 4th and 1 on the Raiders 23.
Have you seen the thing from the Northants Knights? Big return by Cam Young to the halfway line of a 100-yard field for your
FYI. A flag on the play will start the but a flag on the play will start the drive from our 14 instead. So he's got the big return that's just been wiped off.
Yeah,
there we go.
I love that by Northants.
We got an Exiles. We got an Exiles TD. So it's 9-0 against the over the O's. Lewis sad because Solent's down by 3. And yeah, Tom's just mentioning an away day to Glasgow in a megabus. I can think of nothing worse.
Oof, that's a long-ass drive.
Especially if you've got to sit down the back, like near where the toilet is as well. Like some people, if you're okay, right. I'm gonna have a word here. If you're destroying a toilet on a megabus or a National Express, anything like that, you are a horrible human being. You are a terrible, terrible person. Have a look at yourself.
Oh dear. I've just had a message. Shropshire versus Leicester. Was that 14-2?
14-2 is what Guy let us know earlier on, and we appreciate that,
Scott
Guy.
Jenkins.
Thank you very much.
Scott Jenkins, that's just for you. 14-2.
No, Shropshire did get a safety.
But I think Guy only told us about 40-0, didn't he? Did he?
No, he gave us 14-2 as well. Yeah. He's given us all the updates.
Go on, Guy.
Right, so Ben's just told us the Alphas lead 21-0 over the Lightning.
Well, good guy, isn't he?
Josh Coleman says that they played Leeds on a 60-yard field.
Yeah.
Who's we, Josh? Just out of curiosity. I'd love to know. Is that? Are you from Glasgow, possibly, or is this previously for Uniball?
Flat.
How do I even fit into one of those toilets with a great degree of difficulty, Chris?
Isn't there like pit stops on the way?
Just point your arse in.
If you've ever seen the video of Shaq, like Shaquille O'Neal, talking about how he takes a shit in an airplane toilet, it's pretty much the same. And I'm gonna find that and I'm gonna pop the link in here in the chat. So for anybody.
Oh God! Have you seen the update from Ben Lee Harris? Lightning 0-21 Alphas. We need to know.
We need a first.
If
If you're giving us score updates, you need to give us first down updates as well.
So that's the big bit.
Yeah. We need to know if Barry's going to be eating his shoes.
Oh, so his hat's gone, his shoes now. That's all right.
This is someone. This is the Vikings Insta. They decided to add.
There we go. And a decent
sound.
run makes DC 4th and 1 on the Raiders 23. And a DC touchdown. Big 99 comes on as running back and rips up a big play for DC. Touchdown 36-12. Awaiting the point after as 99 seems to have hurt himself in celebration.
In celebration? Well, I can't blame him. If you're 99, right? We're assuming that you are
You're a big guy.
you're a D lineman.
Sorry, there was big pass downfield to the end zone or just shy of it. It looks like it's DPI. So Manchester with passing the ball, and it looks like DPI on.
Oh, blimey!
On the Phoenix.
As long as it's not our Johnny Boo, because they'll have no more recruitment for next year. Let us know. Let us know what the ruling is. But in the meantime, I'm curious to know what 99's done to hurt himself in celebration. Has he just scored and exploded? Yay! Oh dear. Hang on, there you go. Donny Mustangs last year was where they did 60-yard fields.
Jesus.
Oof. Glasgow Tigers 7, Northumberland Vikings 20. Cake. A cake.
No,
that,
the literal thing. We don't play around here.
So yeah, ball's now 1st and 10 at the Phoenix 13 for Manchester. So yeah, they're in the red zone. They've got fresh set of downs. Big DPI call that was.
So John's just dropped in to mention on the live stream that the commentator for the Titans that everything that Manchester do is fantastic.
I can only hear little bits of it. I can't hear the whole thing. That always happens though, doesn't it? When you've got,
so glad to see Glasgow.
The Knights, didn't you?
Glad to see Glasgow on the field. Yeah, 100%. Was definite fanboy. So I'm just going to pop a comment in here. If I send this I'll have to put it on the actual Facebook, won't I? If I want people to be able to click on a link, I have to actually
post it in the comments here. It will go on there, and they can click on it.
All right. Well, I'm going to put it on. I'm going to put it on the on here.
Is this Shaq?
This is Shaq. You want to go from sort of the 50-second mark. I think I've put the comment in as myself. Maybe I don't know. I never know how things want to post on Facebook. Yeah. So.
Yeah, that should be fine for the viewers. Actually, we can't do anything with it.
I just wanted it for the viewers. So, anybody wondering about how I get into a megabus toilet? Very similar to how Shaq gets into an airplane toilet. So, you want to go from about the 50-second mark. So, Sam Bloomfield, Titans QB, is blocking harder than his O-line. Russ has just mentioned to us.
He was behind his running back, but he followed him once he handed the ball off. He didn't. It wasn't a proper block. He was just with him trying to push him. It was assisted running, which for some reason is a rule that never gets called on.
No.
Lineman can assist the runner always. You see scrums, don't you?
I've done it. You just hold on to him and just push him forward.
I did it with Benny, Knights running back on a kick return. He hit someone, and I put my arm around his waist.
That's it.
And then just ran with him. And we only got about 2 yards, but the whole side, we was right next to our sideline. Everyone went mental about it. 2 yards!
But you look for the flag and you're like that. Oh, I've got away with it. Nice one.
Yeah, well, I don't think I've ever seen it called assisting the runner.
Nah.
Watch him harder, Steve. I will, Russ. Admittedly, I've been all over, but the one play that I saw was he ran behind us.
So the Northern Fire Ants have just come out and just mentioned that a couple of really good catches from Lewis Moore takes him to the 28, and then Rice Risotto finds Cam Young for the touchdown. 2-point is good. 2-point is good. The Fire Ants 28, the Source 0.
Shall I do a little?
I always thought, I didn't realise that. Thanks, Barry. I always thought assisting the runner was any sort of guy, any sort of help. But, okay.
Shall I rattle down the scores as we have them, top to bottom?
Yeah.
While Stevie, he can catch up with himself. We've got the Manchester Titans, who are fantastic. 0. Tamworth Phoenix 3. Kent Textiles 0, London Olympians.
It's the best nil you'll ever see, though.
9. Sorry, Kent Textiles 9. Sorry, my error. Solent Thrashers 0, London Blitz 3. Nothing from the Inverclyde Goliaths versus the Lancashire Wolverines, even though that was a 1 o'clock kickoff. If you know, let us know. Glasgow Tigers 7, Northumberland Vikings 20. Shropshire Revolution 2, Leicester Falcons 14.
Intercepted in the end zone. Sorry, it was fourth down.
Right. Here's Steve's Tourette's.
Titans pass, and it was picked off in the end zone by the Phoenix. So they remained 3-0 up. What a play!
Ooh.
Sorry, I jumped in.
No, I was going to say, can you see who it is? Play.
And he probably
see who it is.
With it being, it's number 20. I don't know who that is for the Phoenix.
Is that's Boo? I'm sure that's Johnny Weeks.
Oh, is it?
If it's not, we're giving it to him anyway. I don't care.
Yeah, well done, Johnny. But yeah, what a play at the time, and gather from what I gather about the way these.
We've got another score update as well.
Hey,
we've got another score update as well. The Spartans have scored again. So Chucky Benjamin, Spartans PAT is good. Under 4 minutes until the half. Spartans lead 19-6.
Good old Chucky.
Oops.
Mikey, not looking good, mate.
It's looking terrible for me, innit? Bournemouth Bobcats 7, Portsmouth Dreadnoughts 0, South Wales Warriors 0, Rushmore Knights 7, Spartans Cats, you just had the update, Wembley Stallions 20, London Blitz B 0, Dunfermline Kings 0, Clyde Valley Blackhawks 14, DC Presidents, the last we had was 12, Nottingham Raiders 36, South Links Lightning, we don't know if they've still had a first down yet, 0, Scunthorpe Alphas 14.
We've got a DC safety. So there's a botched QB RB exchange, results in a safety 36-14 to the Raiders.
It's the slow. You have to do it slowly. It's the moment for the refs to just go.
Namaste.
Yeah, we've got a namaste.
Are you going to head out? Namaste.
Oh my god!
Hey,
right.
No first downs yet for Lightning. Barry is safe. Somerset Wyverns 16, Torbay Trojans 0, East Essex Sabres 3, East Kent Mavericks 8, and that's where we're up to with everything. So
well, we've got another one just to pop in there. I think that's half time. Yeah, it's a half time score.
Oh crikey! Oh blimey! Mine was very old then. Somerset Wyverns 32, Torbay Trojans 0. Oh god! Sorry, Torbay. That's a spanking. That's a paddling.
Yeah, scoring no points. You best believe that's a peddling.
That's it's never fun to watch a team kind of just get an absolute spanking. But 32 is that the half? Is it now then?
Couldn't be far off. So I want to retract some negative comments that I've made about DC earlier in the stream because, mate, they're giving it a game. Like, they're down 20. Yeah. They're down 22 points, but I'm pretty sure it was 36-6 at one point. They're bringing their I'm assuming D tackle at running back to score a touchdown and hurt himself on celebration. Get Willie the Fridge in there, and then they're coming out and they're still balling on defense. The fact they're coming out and getting a safety. So go on, DC. I think they will finish the season. I think they'll finish the season.
Okay, yeah, I don't, but I thought all power to him. There we go. There's a score from Inverclyde Goliaths. Inverclyde Goliaths 6, Lancashire Wolverines 16. Good on you, Lancs. But it's very rare. It's a shocker for us. It's very rare we get updates from Scotland.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
big fan.
I love it.
So the resulting safety kick, the Raiders kick off on the safety is brought back to the 41 by DC. So there's 3 minutes left in the game, and DC are in Nottingham's half. So we could see another score. We could also see another pick six.
Without going back and counting, that must be about 6.
I think there's about 6 picks in the game. There's about 4 pick sixes. We've got an update from the Knights South Wales Warriors game as well. So we're at half time, and the Knights lead 21-6 over South Wales currently.
Where'd that come from? Was that in
South Wales?
Right.
Oh, And
21 to 6, did you say?
21-6, Rushmore over South Wales.
Oh, gotcha.
I think we've got a picture from the South Links Lightning, so I'm wondering if that's a first down.
I think that might be a first down. And
I think that might be a first down.
I like the fact that people are listening to us and going, have that.
Yeah,
Barry, do you like your shoes well done? Do you like the medium rare?
With sauce.
With Worcestershire.
Oh dear. We've got Bobcats Destroyers 7-7.
Yes, the Dreadnoughts, not the Destroyers. You're not allowed to say that.
We're all friends now.
Oh,
we are all besties. That was all very much cleared up.
Was that last week? Because last week you were saying you weren't allowed to say that.
This week, I've had an absolute fantastic chat with the head coach, Cliff from the Destroyers.
He's quite lovely guy.
Cliff
is amazing.
And it turns out that the messages back and forth were from a fake account. We don't know why the individual has done it, but I have my suspicions. But Cliff of the Destroyers and me now, we're besties, and I am all for the Destroyers.
Cliff sends me messages every now and then, literally just to check on how I'm doing.
Big Cade Makin, who everyone loves.
We love him.
Just done a chase down for a sack from left end.
Nice. What a guy. Cade. We love Cade.
So the Exiles are up over the Olympians, 10-0 currently.
It was 9-0, but they got the PAT, so just that's not really a correction, but just the additional pat.
So I'm really confused now because so does South Links play in yellow?
Yes.
Yeah, so that photo that's come out from the South Links social media, that ball is definitely with Alphas. Scunthorpe definitely has the ball in that one. So I don't know what they're looking to get. Oh my god!
A dream has been fulfilled. Today.
Yeah, someone is looking for the team photographer. Did you get that?
Yeah.
Did you get that?
And the videographer, everything. Who's doing the write up?
Who's doing the NFT? Where's my NFT?
Stats.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want all four things taken care of when you come off that field as whoever that lineman is. Fair play to him.
So we've been told that Sam Chance is he's playing for Bournemouth. So Sam Chance played for Portsmouth last season as their QB and has this season moved to Bournemouth. Now I heard from an inside source that there was some drama relating to that departure, but it's unsubstantiated, so I'm not going to go into that. But he's James's hero, and James is mine. So you can take that how you want.
It's so lovely. It's so wholesome.
Yeah. So we've got an update. We've got an update for the end of the first half. So the Source return a fumble, but not enough time left for. Wait, what? Oh, no, sorry. There was a kickoff from North Ants. They Source fumble it. Not enough time left in the half for it to get pushed over the line. So the first half ends with the Fire Ants 28 and the Source 0. Update your sticker, your ticker, Steve. You had one job.
Who said that?
That is literally the hashtags. That is the hashtags on North Ants' Twitter.
Is it? They can fuck off.
Yeah.
What haven't I updated?
Your ticker. So the score's 28-0, and you haven't updated it in the North Ants Worcestershire game.
We'll tell them to get out of Div 2, and then we'll talk.
And the ticker, I appreciate that.
The ticker's on the Prem in Div 1 anyway, so they don't even know.
Oh, they know.
Just check. What
you don't even know, man. You don't know.
Yeah,
you weren't there.
Trying to get clout. Trying to put me down for clout. Right. Anyway.
The fact that you think you're important enough to be insulted for clout is just...
That's what it sounds like. They've hashtagged me. Manchester take over after they muffed a punt. They got it. Their ball.
So is it still 3-0?
Still 3-0.
Wow. I knew it would be low scoring.
Manchester's defense just put in a hell of a performance there and on that drive.
Can't
sacks, just shut everything down. It's Manchester's offense need to get going. The defense won't be able to keep keep that level of intensity up the whole game. They need to get some points on the board. That's where. So I would say, on balance, the Phoenix are getting the rub of it, but they're not. It's still only 3-0, so anyone's game still.
So fair play. So we were talking at this the top of the thing, is saying you start to believe the hype around Manchester. Believe it. It's apparently a thing. You're like, oh wow, okay, fair enough.
Just got to, if they start scoring, then then it change the game. At the moment,
Thank you, Michael Owen.
Yeah.
If this team starts scoring, it changes the game. I'm glad that you've given us that insight there. That if one team starts scoring, it changes the game. Like, wow.
You're a fucking retard.
And see, that's how you insult someone for clout. That's how you insult someone for clout.
My name's being besmirched all over Britain.
Besmirched.
Oh well.
It usually is, but in private.
I was going to say, what do you mean by today? I have screenshots of your name being besmirched for the last 6 years.
Yeah.
So why are you getting so sensitive about it today? People have been having a go at you since like 2015. Yeah. Why is it now an issue?
Oh, so have you seen the Northants night? Shout out for you.
If we wanted clout, we would add our favourite presenter.
There you go.
I like how
you've made it. You've made it. We've got half time.
I'm going red. I'm going red.
Oh, Northants, you made him blush. Northants, we've got the Blackhawks 14, Kings 0. And South Links 0. Alphas with a pick 6.
Alphas
again. Hang on. And Bentley saying it's Alphas
33. So I'm assuming that with Jason, he's just saying they're going to kick the extra point, maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
And then we've got Scott. Scott's jumped in. So Scott was a massive contributor to us last year with the updates for the Essex game. For the Spartans games. So it's good to see Scott back this season. And he's just mentioned 27 seconds till half. The Spartans are up 19-6 versus the Cats. So
cool. Thanks, Scott.
Yeah, it's all happening.
So
we're going to halftime for everything.
I was going to say we're coming close to the half. So if we're looking at surprises that we've got so far, Manchester Tamworth, little bit of a surprise there.
Massive. We all sort of thought that Tamworth would beat them. I mean, that's what we've all predicted, but only just. It's sort of like
you say beat them. They're a little bit ahead.
One kick, one kick. That's it.
And equally, Manchester could have gone 3-0 up themselves. They had the same opportunity, roughly the same distance, and didn't get that kick.
No, I reckon Aaron
close.
must have tripped.
It's very close. This game.
We're wildly.
And then so if we look at some other Prem level games, then so obviously Kent and the Olympians 10-0. I think that's a little bit closer than I expected. That's a little bit closer than I expected. I thought the Exiles were probably going to be a little bit more comfortable in their position coming into the end of the first half for that one. I don't know about how you guys feel about that. And then the other one I'm looking at as well as the Blitz Solent game at only 3-0 for the last 3-0. Update that we had from the Blitz Solent game. So it looks like we're getting a little bit of parity.
Exiles 10, Olympians 0 half-time. That's just come through.
Oh, right.
But
I'm with you. I thought the Exiles would be further ahead than the Olympians after last week.
Yeah.
And that 0-3 score, I know I've said it the weird way around, that's really good for the Thrashers. That's fantastic. When you think of the Blitz are always up there or thereabouts, the Thrashers are saying, us too.
Yeah, definitely. And so they, if you remember from last week as well, they held close to the Warriors to start with, and then as the game sort of tracked on, the Warriors just sort of pushed away. But 3-0 at the moment is what we're assuming. We haven't got any more updates. I'm just having a quick look to see if I can see anything, and there's nothing coming through. But that's still, it was 44-3 last week against Solent. And the Blitz obviously beat the Olympians 48-0 last week as well. So then to see the Olympians still keeping pace with the Exiles, it's I suppose the big thing for me is where does Bristol fit in all of this now? because we haven't seen Bristol yet,
No.
and that is the big one. Is where are they sort of going to slot in? Is the gap that big between the Warriors and everybody else? If the Blitz and Solent are close, but then almost 50 points gap between Solent and the Warriors, and then the Exiles and the Olympians are kind of close, but almost a 50-point gap from the Blitz and the the Blitz and the Olympians. Where does Bristol fit?
I don't know. Until we see them, we don't know. Because they've got all their new uni players. They may just come in and skittle the league. But I don't know. You still got Warriors are still there. They're head and shoulders above the league.
They are the benchmark.
Yeah, and then everyone else is just trying to catch up to them, sort of thing. What is the most edible footwear? Loafers.
I'd say you should probably ask old Ben Reed, old Bread. He would definitely know what the most be Red. So we've got an update. We've got an update from the Wembley Stallions at the halftime. They lead 20-0. Is their halftime lead over the Blitz B?
They're looking good. That's 30-0 and 20-0. That's 50 points they've scored in 6 quarters and conceded. That's good.
Wembley, because you guys picked from when we spoke about this last week, and we did our very, very rough who wins the division sort of thing. You guys both picked the Hornets, and I mentioned the Stallions. So the Hornets played the Cats last week and just scraped out a win, 15-13.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, the Spartans also played last week against the Blitz B and beat them 20-14. But now we're seeing the Stallions taking quite a comfortable lead at halftime. The Spartans now, as Scott's just mentioned, we've got halftime here at 19-6 over the Cats as well. So are we going to see sort of a clear top 3 in that division then of the Stallions, the Hornets, and the Spartans? But I don't know how different the Hornets are when they only beat the Cats by 2. When the Cats didn't have a QB, is what we were told as well last week.
That's true. But yeah, this is it. We can sort of speculate big time, but we've only seen 2 games. It's after a couple more. Crocs, I love meat. But yeah, I think Stallions doing really well, and the Spartans. I didn't think they'd do this well, but I always thought the Cats were a boss squad, and to see them starting to lose things, you're like, oh, blimey. But that was me told. But who knows?
I've got a distinct memory of playing against the Cats in 2015, and I don't know if you remember this game, Steve. But it was we went to Cambridgeshire, and we put I think it was 56 or something on them.
I remember that game really well. I got tons of highlights on that game.
It was the last game of the regular season, and then we went into the playoffs and we played Colchester and Hertfordshire in the sort of the quarters and the semis before going on to play Solent in the final. But
annihilated that Colchester game was
Colchester game was. Yeah.
I think the Colchester game was the best performance I've ever had with a team. Everyone just was like,
because
we're going to win today.
Yeah. All right. So Bournemouth field goal there. So the Bobcats taking the lead over the Dreadnoughts there, splitting the 7-7 tie. This is a lot. I hate to say this because I've still got a lot of friends that play for the Dreadnoughts, and I thought this was going to be a lot more of a deficit. So, so Russ has mentioned
this looks good for the Dreadnoughts, isn't it?
I think this looks great for the Dread. So for them, because they folded last year. There was a lot of will they, won't they? Where if you remember, we got sort of in the inside track that they were going to fold, and then we'd mentioned it on stream a couple of times, and then a few people had popped in and said, "What? We haven't heard anything about folding. Like what's going on here?" A couple of weeks later, they folded, and they folded after a couple of, batterings, to put it bluntly. And then to come out, they nearly beat Oxford last week. Just got pipped at the post, where they were leading for the majority of the game, and then Oxford came around, just beat them by a couple. Now they're holding close with Bournemouth, who I thought Bournemouth were going to win the division. And so this looks great for them to be honest, because their starting QB from last year is gone. He's now playing for Bournemouth. So they've got their old QB, from what I've heard, guy named Stu. So to still be this close. I think this is huge for them.
Absolutely, yeah, mate. I'm completely with you. This is massively unexpected, but also nice to see. It's I think both of you. Well, you more than me, but I've got a bit of a soft spot for Portsmouth.
There's a big rivalry between Portsmouth and Bournemouth as well. There's no love lost. Like I've played in the Bournemouth Portsmouth games, and I remember I got chop blocked about 3 times in a row, and I got up and I was just like, "Can you just fuck off?" Like, there's
I've got
no
work tomorrow, you prick.
yeah, exactly. I got bad knees that it is. I don't need this cunt taking me down every 5 seconds. But no, there is no love lost from either team. Like there's a lot of trash talk. There's a lot of chippiness in the Bournemouth Portsmouth games. So
the Phoenix are carving it up the field. But they're 2nd and 10 on 23-yard line. Although I've got stuff there. But they seem to be just sort of marching quite nicely up the field at the moment.
Do you think they've figured Manchester out?
Yeah, to an extent. I mean, Manchester are still defending very well, but there must be a couple of weak points that have been exposed, over the gameplay. And like I said, I would put Phoenix a little bit ahead. I know the scoreline says that, right? But
I would put the Phoenix 3 points ahead.
3 points ahead, to 0. Like in terms of gameplay, like they've got the rub, like they've got the momentum of the game at the moment. I mean, it's 3rd and 10. I was going to say I would expect them to score off this drive. Yeah, I am going to expect them to score off the drive.
Okay.
They're that far down the field. They should be able to kick a field goal.
Fair is one of the kind of thing in terms of like upsets you were talking about. Leicester Falcons 14, Shropshire 2.
Yeah,
I know that. I mean, I don't know how old that score is, but after Shropshire struggled, did they lose last week?
They lost last week.
Yeah. And you think they've got a safety, and Leicester.
They lost to Houghton.
They lost to the Spartans.
But they're meant to be, Leicester are meant to be the super duper mega powerhouse of a squad with loads of new players. 14-2 doesn't seem an awful lot. So,
but at the same time, with that, then if you've got loads of new players, maybe continue like the continuity's not as good as it could be. There could be a lot of you haven't got the rapport between QB and receivers. People are still possibly learning a new offensive playbook.
Yeah, I just figured with all these superstars.
No, he's flicked it forward, so that ball's live. Why have the refs called that play dead? They made it
because it's the refs are Britball refs.
Go on, Steve. Go on. What happened, Steve? Talk us through it.
So it was like a 4th and from what I can tell, 4th and long. Well, no, 4th and short. Sorry, because they just had a nice third down run. Quarterback dropped back, was pressured, dropped back a bit further. It looked like they'd been setting up a screen because there was a few players around him. Someone got hold of his arm and he just sort of underhand chucked it to the to a receiver. It went on the floor. Maybe that was considered an incomplete pass. Then.
A forward pass. If it's going in the same sort of postcode as a receiver, because
he didn't catch it. Yeah. Gotcha. Oh, hold on. I thought, is it not a forward pass unless if it goes over the line of scrimmage? Is that not?
I don't know if there's any
referees.
It
is. That's why they do when they do end arounds and stuff. You chuck it forward, don't they? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I suppose good call. So it looks like the ball is the ball set back at where it started, so it wasn't a sack. It was just called an incomplete pass. Okay.
So is that now Manchester ball coming out?
Manchester ball. They just had a failed pass attempt. They're now 2nd and 10 at their own 2018 yard line, something like that.
But otherwise it's a semi-decent match to watch.
It's all right. It's all right. I'm watching it. You know what? I'm watching it thinking the Warriors are going to tear these teams apart.
Yeah.
You know,
That's them being head and shoulders above everyone else.
Like watching the Uniball final with Nottingham Gold and UE Bullets. Like, either of those teams would be dominating against these two if they were playing.
Really?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Blimey.
Absolutely, yeah.
Crikey,
The field should be marked at length of. BAFANL have said they are considering a minimum of not. Okay, cool.
Reading the start of that rule, the field shall be marked to a length of not less than 80 yards. I'm getting Monty Python flashbacks. Like when they're talking about the grenade of the static grenade of Antioch, not marked to less than 80 yards. 79 is too little. 81 is enough, but 80 shall be the minimum. Like, what is that wording?
Well, it's official.
78 shall not be legal, neither 75.
Oh, dearie me. Can you tell it's the half-time?
Yeah, it's the half-time lull. This is where the shenanigans starts.
Oh, God. Well, in the half-time lull, I'm going to...
give us a rundown.
Well, I was going to exit stage left briefly, but I'll do a little rundown before I go. I was just like, I'm just going to... But while I'm here... I'll box off the scores top down if it wants to load. Come on, North Wales Internet, you've got to love it. So we've got the Titans 0, Tamworth 3, Exiles 10, London Olympians 0, Thrashers 0, Blitz 3, Goliaths 6, Lancashire Wolverines 16, Tigers 7, Vikings 20, Revolution 2, Falcons 14, Bobcats 10, Dreadnoughts 7, South Wales Warriors 6, Rushmore Knights 21, Essex Spartans 19, Cats 6, Stallions 20, Blitz B 0, Kings 0, Clyde Valley Blackhawks 14, DC 14, Nottingham Raiders 36, Lightning 0 with no first downs, Alphas 34, North Ants Knights 14, Source 0. Somerset. 32.
No. North Ants. This is what they mean. Steve needs to update his ticker. North Ants leads 28-0 at halftime.
Oh, that's on me as well. This is why Oz is the favourite. And the Wyverns 32, Torbay Trojans 0, East Essex Sabres 3, East Kent Mavericks 8. And there you go. That is your little rundown.
I think I updated it on the ticker.
Barry's eating shoes.
Oh.
I didn't know you'd put a bet on that, Mike.
Oh dear, bless him. But yeah, so choose your sauce. I would go with maybe like a curry sauce to mask the
or
flavour.
a Worcestershire one.
Sure,
or a Worcestershire
Britball sauce.
Britball sauce. But yes, there you go. Oz and Stevie, talk amongst yourselves.
Bye, Tom.
I don't. Why does it put it? StreamYard puts it on puts you to Tom Cruise when you go off video. It's weird.
Does it?
I don't know why they do that. Anyway, now that we have it to ourselves.
Now that the adult supervision is gone.
Yeah. Now that the copper's left.
Yeah.
Right.
And we've also been called out again on Twitter by the fire ants.
What have I done?
Yeah, they've said we tried to tell you. Talking about the ticker not being updated.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. Do you know what I did? Was I updated the wrong team? I updated Scunthorpe Alphas, not the North Ants Knights. So
I would love to know.
But thank you. It's now updated.
Is the fire ants? Is the social media guy just sitting there, Twitter open on his phone, and then he's got the live stream? He's obviously got the live stream.
They could have a whole team of people, but they're killing it because they're also live. Their live video on Instagram, so like you can watch the game live on their Instagram.
Right. Okay.
So they're doing well.
Yeah.
They might have a little group of people. It could be one person. Who knows? It'd be like the equivalent of one of them, like one of them blokes with like symbols and a big drum on his back, and then he like kicks his legs and it beats the drum, and like a chitty chitty bang bang, but in media format. Right, what?
just got a bunch of dudes from Charlie in the Chocolate Factory just like running around, just little Oompa Loompas, just Oompa Loompa Doompa Dee Doo. I've got another Twitter for you. I was going to finish it. I was going to finish it.
Yeah, it's cool. So Manchester are down inside the 10 of the Phoenix. I don't know what down it is. I can't see sticks, so I assume it's a goal situation.
Right.
The ball has just been snapped. It's in the air. Back in the end zone. Caught. No, called incomplete.
Ooh.
I don't even know where the ball is. The ball just disappeared between the two players magically. So that was first down.
Right.
What did I miss? What's happened?
Manchester Titans almost scoring. They've called that half time. Okay, 3-0 at half time, just as I predicted.
Did you? There was a moment there I was like, he might have done. I don't remember. Oh God, here we go.
So, Sabres are back up 10-8.
Wow.
There we go.
Surprise.
So, Jay's asked us. So, Jay is Jordan, as we should clarify.
Oh yeah, we got to pretend that we don't know him.
Yeah. Has he become a teacher or something? Like, is that what the crack is?
No. He works in a job where he doesn't want anything. He's not a teacher, but he just doesn't want any hassle. So change.
Right. Okay.
His name's Jordan Metcalf. Everyone, Jordan Metcalf.
Yes, Jordan Metcalf. Last time I heard he was associated with the Bears. If that was a few years ago now, wasn't he with the uni?
Oh yeah, he's still there. Holloway Bears. Yeah.
There we go.
I
Yeah,
see
Royal
him
Holloway.
there. They are my local team.
Oh really?
Yeah. I can watch them.
I've no idea where they're based.
They're based in Royal Holloway, which is just down the road from me in Egham.
I'm just very glad to get sacked for shit posting on the internet. You do a lot of shit posting, so that's probably on you. Thoughts? I think it's great for Solent. I think it's a little bit
massive.
Man.
I think it's a little bit worrying for.
Do you know what he's? Sorry,
the Blitz?
go on. I know why he's asked this question because he's being provocative because he plays for the Warriors, right? But,
well, yeah, exactly. It's because they've just belted, like, the Warriors have just. It was a thumping. It was a 40-point drubbing of Solent, and then everybody's always like, Blitz and Warriors, top two teams, rah. And then Blitz have come out, they're struggling. Well, I don't want to say they're struggling against Solent, because it could be that Solent's just playing really good football, and it may not be anybody's struggles. I think it's great for Solent. They're coming out, only 3 points difference. This isn't... Without actually watching the game and having seen the game, basing this purely on scoreboard watching, box score watching, this seems like a winnable game for Solent at this point in time. Which, for them wanting to make sure they do not go one and done, is huge. Like, the last thing that they want is to be up and straight back down.
Yeah, survival is their most important thing this year.
Yeah, and I don't think the Blitz have to worry about dropping down. Like, it's just not something that ever crosses their mind at all. So for them, their focus is on wanting to compete with the Warriors and have a shot at a national title this year. Like, it's been a few years since they were in the final, so they will be looking at this going, right, if we're wanting to be competing for the Warriors, and in that sort of... Because the Final Four playoffs is the top two teams, isn't it? It's top two from South, top two from North.
Semi and then final,
Yeah, semi and final. But don't they play it's like one North versus two South?
That's right,
yeah. Exactly. So they'll be wanting to sort of be able to come out of this and be beating either Tamworth or Manchester, whichever who places in one and who places two. So I think it's massively... And right, so we've got an update there to a very poignant update. It's still only another field goal.
It's a kick, yeah.
Yeah.
And now that I've rambled about it, what about yours, Steve?
So I don't disagree with anything you've said. I think Solent are a lot more stronger than what people have predicted them to be. it was hard. It's hard to tell, right, when you're playing the London Warriors, but they did well against the Warriors. I know, yeah, they got, was it 43-3 or 44-3 or something like that?
Something like that.
But people were,
44-3, yeah.
Yeah, I honestly, I know this may sound ridiculous, but I think they can be sort of happy with that scoreline. Yeah, it was about being able to shake off that, focus on this game. Having played the London Warriors, you're going to pick up the odd. Having played any game, the next game you're going to have
knocks,
little niggles and injuries and stuff, and so this is really good. Obviously, it doesn't bode well for the competition in the Prem South. We yet to see the Bristol Aztecs play, so hopefully they're going to be. It looks like they may take that second place.
That'd be great. I'd love to see that.
Which will be cool. And it's good to see it's more competitive than outside of
the second tier.
Outside of that, outside of I suppose what you'd call the top tier. It's good to see that you've got a new team pushing a perennial championship finalist side, losing finalist side, to a single score game so far, and so I think the Warriors are going to be looking at it, sort of rolling their eyes, like, all right, this season's a joke.
Yeah, I was going to say they're going to be. Who's Bristol got first up? Who is Bristol's first game?
I don't know. Let's have a look. Oh, it was no actually. Let me check it.
Because that will be the question. They'll be looking at it and they're like, right, okay, so Blitz, whatever, Thrashers, whatever, Olympians, whatever, Exiles, what, and that's the thing. Like the Exiles were
Manchester, whatever, Phoenix, whatever at the moment as well.
Well, true. So there we go. Bristol's play the Warriors next week.
Oh, cool. Okay,
that's the yardstick. That's the yardstick.
Get it streamed, J-Met, whoever you are.
Yeah. Please be, if you're associated with any team in Britball, you should use those associations to get this specific game streamed. But that will be the measuring stick of, is London just are the Warriors, are they just looking to see who they have to play from the north, or do they actually have to focus on somebody in their own division this year?
I mean, they always have to be switched on for all of the teams that are in the south, but you've got to be thinking already. You're thinking, right, who we got in the playoffs? Let's someone scout this game, Tamworth Manchester game. Someone scout that, because that's what we're playing at. That's what we're doing. We're going all the way to the final again, and it's the same thing year on year. It's who are the Warriors going to play in the final, and I don't know. It just gets to the point of, right.
What year was it? Was it 2016 or 2017 where they ran into Tamworth in the semis and then lost? 17. Yeah, they ran into Tamworth in the semis, lost, and then Blitz. Because the Blitz beat Mersey. No, who did the Blitz play in the semi to make the final that year? Who was the second team in the north? Was Merseyside, wasn't it? Yeah. So the Blitz played Merseyside and then lost to Tamworth in the final.
Yeah,
correct. But and everyone thought the Blitz were going to finally get a final win.
Yeah,
for so many years,
because they've got what, like six finals losses or something like that.
Like I say, the perennial vice champions.
I mean, if the Warriors just keep winning and winning and winning and winning, what do you? I mean, it's got to be a question that's come out. How do you kind of bring other teams up, or how do you stop them from just? Oh, the Warriors have won again.
So we talked about this. We talked about this last year, and Steve's idea was ship the Warriors off to Europe.
Yeah. Well, that was what they were hoping. Idea. Well, I think of speaking to, I don't know, it's someone within the Warriors camp, but I won't name him just in case it was kind of a big
J-Mitt.
But they were meant to be gone. They were all lined up to be playing. Is it it's EFAF or something, whatever it is. Basically,
Elf.
They were Elf. Yeah. They were gone. They were mentally gone. They were playing in the European League. They were like, right, that's it. We're off. We're playing in Europe. And then they said, no, you're back in BAFA again. There's a quid. And that's where a lot of people just went, well, I'm off to Europe. I'm going to go play somewhere else. So they've had a lot of players just gone, not asked anymore. And there's no point. We're just going to smash everyone. It's a dull season. Can't be bothered. So they keep losing players until maybe that's it.
And it keeps not
that's
mattering.
The interesting thing, right?
That's the big thing. They keep losing players, and it just doesn't seem to matter.
Yeah,
but
just go,
does there come a point where they lose enough of their talent where they actually it starts to become competitive?
Well,
they lose a game.
Yeah, or do they? As an organisation, they're not stupid, the people that are involved in the Warriors, right?
No.
They must see this and they must know, like, we've got to look for some European competition to be able to retain our best talent, or even to call some back.
Well, that was my curiosity is then, like, do you feel like there might be a catchment window of 1-2 years where young players coming through, like elite young players coming through, do their 2 years in the Warriors, they get their ring, they get their couple of rings, and then they're off to Europe. Like they come out of uni ball and they're like, right, I'm going to go play for the Warriors because best team in Europe, best team in the UK. I'll play for them for a couple of years, work up, a reputation or more of a resume than I've got here just playing uni ball, and then I'll go out to Europe.
So the other thing that's interesting,
because the thing is, if you're playing in Europe, the main thing about playing in Europe is from guys I've spoken to who've played there, not only from UK, but I've got mates from back home who've gone out and played in Europe and stuff. It was 3 boys from Aussie that were part of the Australian national team, went to the IFAF World Cup, things like that. Went and played for Dresden, the Monarchs in the GFL. A couple of guys that I know played in Sweden, a couple played in Austria. You want everything paid for. You want, like, you're not just going out to Europe to play. Like, if you're going out there, you want everything paid for. You want to have sort of an allowance of sorts. Like, you want to be on essentially kind of like the equivalent of sort of like a scholarship. You're not just going out. You're not just going out to play ball and have to pay for everything and get a job and things like that. You want the ride, but they're not giving those out unless there's a bit of hype, some decent game tape, everything, because they've got Americans that are also vying for those spots as well. So you've got to be worth it.
So the other thing that I think is interesting in this. So there's also, and I don't know what it's called now, if it still exists, but there were 2 league-related championships, tournaments that get played every year throughout Europe. It was called the EFAF Cup, one of them, and then changed to the IFAF Cup. That one was like the champ. That one was like, what is it? You got Champions League, and what's the other one called?
Well, the Europa League.
Yeah, that was like the Europa League, and then there was a Champions League version, and I can't remember what that one was called, right? But Euro Bowl, that was it. So you used to have these, and I don't know if they're still there. I don't see why they wouldn't be. 2 competitions that, and based on the quality of your league structures, you've got a number of teams that you're allowed to put in. So like teams in Austria, Norway, they'd get like a couple of teams in. In the UK, we were only ever allowed to send 1 team, and that team was defaulted to the winner of the Prem or whatever the highest, league was, right? And if you didn't win it, if you didn't take your spot, then the opportunity went down to the team in second, and so on and so on, right? I don't know why the Warriors aren't getting involved in that and winning that. The Blitz have. The Blitz won I don't think they won Euroball. I'm pretty sure they won the EFAF or IFAF Cup probably about 6 years ago, something like that. Because the Warriors didn't take it, so the Blitz took it. But I think this is a wider issue because we're not sending any British clubs into that tournament. But they're going back to just the Warriors. The Warriors have got an opportunity where they can be putting some of their players into European competition, and they're not taking it. So that could show a lack of ambition or some concern that they may have as to I think there's a genuine question then. Why have you not made that jump into those European competitions that you qualified for? I think it's another step beyond that to say, right, now you can enter into the ELF, because that's semi-pro, right? So yeah, that's I think the worry. I'd love to hear what the Warriors say. Like, why is it that you haven't decided to go into those European competitions, and are you considering going into the ELF? Anyway,
right.
Yeah.
So we've got
basically there's another rung in between what we're talking about.
We've spent a lot of time speaking about the Warriors and everything. So there's a few things we want to touch on very quickly. So Alphas have taken a 35 to 0 lead over the Lightning. The North Ants Fire Ants have got an update that they've mentioned that the Oompa Loompas have been so busy they've missed some updates. Touchdown from Tyler Gordon and a conversion and then an extra point made it 35-0. I was going to say 0 or 0 and I combined them. Nero. 35-0. Yep, like the Emperor from the Roman Empire.
Or the coffee
Emperor
place.
Nero. Yeah. Oh, yeah. True. Made it. 35-0. Then they got a pick 6 on the Source's first play, but the 2-point was no good, so it was 41-0 versus the Source. There's a definite difference between the Spartans. Twitter, who's enjoying the fun, and the Cats Twitter. So the Spartans have come out and said opening drive of the second half, Cats go for it on 4th and 12, no good. 3 plays later, Stevie Cox makes a one-handed helmet grab in the end zone. Spartans lead 25-6. The Cats just tweeted out Q3 has started. So there's a bit,
I'm gonna drop off a bit and just go to the toilet.
Winning Twitter versus losing Twitter, there's definitely a big difference. So there's been some jousting back and forth between the Black Knights and the North Ants Knights. Third quarter's ended 41-0 there for that game. Surely, so Alphas have scored now. So Ben Lee giving us another update. So that's 42-0 over South Links. Blimey. So it's huge. Surely the Warriors have enough funding to play in the European League. We'll have to wait till Steve gets back to answer that one. Shivash has asked, Australia have a national team, you say? They do indeed, and they're called the Outback team. And they've competed. They've competed in the last 2 IFAF World Cups, with our best performance coming in 2015 in the IFAF World Cup in Canton, Ohio, and they got 5th. They played 4 games, won 3, lost 1. And a mate of mine was playing QB for that, and he set the national record for touchdowns scored in a game.
I like that.
Yeah,
That's
Jared Stegman, quarterback for the Outback team, set an Australian national record for touchdowns scored in a game, and then he went out and played in Sweden. So
there's money there.
There you go. There is definitely. I knew there was a reason for this. I do know a few people associated with the national program, in terms of coaches and things like that. I also have an old coach of mine who's associated with the University of Hawaii, which is why I went out to Hawaii in 2012. But they're people I haven't spoken to in a fair few years, and I don't know if they'd be willing to play Sealand.
Well,
which is what Shivash is getting at.
That's exactly where he's going there. He's like, we have a national team, we'll give you a game, and they turn up and absolutely trounce us. You're like, oh yeah, thanks for that. Super.
The Outback team has got a lot of guys who are playing out in Europe, so that's where the best Aussie players.
So do we?
True.
Just saying. If
I am. Is he kind of like Is he like a movie producer, like M. Night Shyamalan? Is it M. Ike Ireland?
Well,
except instead of making movies with bad twists, he makes international friendlies with great results.
Well, that's it. Is we need to we need to go and find sort of like Greenland or something that doesn't.
I could 100% find you a friendly in New Zealand. I'm telling you now.
The problem is it's not that we
do you want 40 hours worth of travel time?
Yeah, you're just like we'll hop to New Zealand. No. It's 40 hours.
But I could 100%. I know a few teams that would play a friendly, and they would be provincial representatives. So it'd be kind of like playing instead of it being Sealand versus New Zealand, because the New Zealand American Football Federation wouldn't. Well, actually, they fucking love an international. but I don't know if they would recognise us. But I could definitely get a provincial team, so it'd be kind of like the equivalent of playing against Cornwall or something like, but not Cornwall Monarchs, but like the county of Cornwall.
How
but
cool would that be?
Yeah, but it's just the you've got to pay £1,000 for a friendly.
Could we meet in the middle? I don't know where the middle would be. Singapore.
Stop it. Go away. Go away. I don't want to hear.
Schmeider down under. Let's get back to Britball. Clyde Valley Blackhawks 22, Dunfermline Kings 0.
We've also got an update from the Somerset Torbay game. 46-0 to Somerset over Torbay.
Boom. That's a kicking. Yeah, that is a shame. And as we were saying, it looks like Torbay are done. I think everyone's like, especially if Exeter come online and make a team up. They're just going to drive up, which is kind of brutal. Oh, what are you eating, Stevie? Give us off. Oh, he switched his mic off.
I was having some Doritos with some salsa.
Oh wow, that's classy.
Could we get Sportank to sponsor Sealand for a series in New Zealand?
Yeah, no problem. We'll do the whole thing.
Pay for the tickets and Bitcoin.
What's the Sorry, I missed the Torbay score. What was that?
46-0 to Somerset. Obviously.
Yeah, I know. Torbay to drop out the season. Yes.
I like to be positive. I don't like to predict teams folding, like especially 2 weeks in.
I do.
But yeah, I know you do. You love it. you love being the villain of Britball. Like that is one of your favourite things in the world. Like yeah. You're running. You love running around.
Phantom of Britball.
Yeah. Cat score, PAT is good. Spartans still lead 25-13, third quarter. This comeback is on.
This is the big comeback, boys.
So, speaking of that, we had LL Cool P pop in a little bit earlier on.
I know.
And he mentioned that the penalties are killing the Cats on both sides of the ball. And that's the reason that we are... So, there we go. We've seen Cambridge's Twitter's just perked up, so we've gone from Q3 has started to Cat score, QB Mark... Is it Rivet or Rivet? I like to think he's quite posh, so it's Rivet.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, so Mark Rivet. Mark Womble. So it's good to know there are still a few Wombles in Britball. And the extra point is kicked by Mark Finbow. Cambridgeshire only has Marks and Johnny Five Hodgson playing for the team. Like, is that their recruiting criteria? You cannot play unless your name is Mark.
It's like the Bruce thing. It's Bruce, and Bruce of the University of Wallamaloo. Yeah. You know, this is Mark, this is Mark, this is Mark, and this is Mark.
Yeah, this is Mark, and that's Johnny.
Hello.
Oh, lovely.
Christ. This has been a heavy Monty Python reference.
Yeah. The Titans and the Phoenix have kicked off Titans ball.
Oh, I forgot that was a thing, to be honest. I just gave up on it.
No. Welcome to Sportank Game Day Live, brought to you by Monty Python. So Ash is asking if Torbay's due to drop out the season. Go back to this. I don't like predicting a team to fold 2 games in. Well, a game and a half in. But it's looking a little bit ominous. Like, yeah, you guys both do. So you're like, yeah, fuck them. They're gone.
Get out of it.
Well, they struggled last year, but they did stay afloat, which is good. But it's probably just a bit too much saturation in team numbers in that area.
Well, because they've given up 100 points in 7 quarters of football.
Well, I don't know.
And you get to play
Optimism.
them. When do you? Yeah, are you? Because you're playing for.
Hopefully. Well, this is it. I moved down on the 20th of June, and I'm not starting the new job because there's a game on the 19th.
There's still a quarter to go, Ash. Calm your boots for a second. They can still give up another 20.
I don't want to play in a game on the 19th and turn up on day one, with my little school bag and my apple for teacher and a fucking broken nose and no knees. So, mate, thanks for taking us on. So I may just play the last 4 games of the season.
Something's happened.
Oh.
Something's happened.
Manchester Titans just scored a pass, probably about 40 yards. They're all going nuts. Blown
Understandably.
coverage. So 6-3, pending PAT. Sorry.
Oh.
I know you can see me going nuts, but you couldn't hear me. But yeah.
Exactly.
I don't know the guy's name, but I've seen him on social media a lot. He's number 0 for the Manchester Titans.
That's either Delver. Is that Ricky Delver or Adam Bamba? I know they both wear 0. I know that. I think.
Oh.
Well, they both wanted 0 for the slate last year.
So we've gone final at Nottingley DC Presidents. So the Raiders take it 36-14, taking home the W in our first game this season is incredible. Amazing efforts on both sides of the ball. We had points on the board by the offense, defense, and special teams. Thanks to DC for hosting and playing a wicked game. This one's for you, number 46. I don't know who that is.
Yeah, that was.
Well done.
I don't know what it was. It's something to do with one of their players.
Oh right, okay. Well, it's a touching
Um,
tribute, and I'm not going to say anything
some
to
sort of tribute.
affect that. Well done.
So it's 7-3 in this Titans.
7-3.
Titans are leading. What
So
a way
Ash
to
has,
not
mentioned,
to
Ash,
go
has
out.
mentioned, Ash has mentioned that the commentator is now piped back up now that the Phoenix and what a fantastic scoreline! What a fantastic scoreline there of 6-3. So North Ants not comfortable with pick sixes. Huge strip sack from Stevie Ford, recovered by Kev Cunningham for the score. 2-point is good. 55-0. The Fire Ants over the Source.
Over the Worcestershire Black Knights. I just realised that I was kind of thinking of who's there. Sam Bush is playing for them now, isn't he? For the Worcestershire Black Knights. And I think he was saying the best we can hope for is to get onto the pitch. I was like, oh, crikey. Oh, blimey. But 55-0, that's a kicking. Well done to Nick Tilbury for the North Ants Knights. He's obviously doing something with Aero.
Well, he's done something, we think. Well done.
Well, but we'll give it to him anyway because Nick's lovely. And he rocks a fantastic cardigan.
Going back to this. Barry reckons South Links. Should we put a poll? First team to fold. Do we think Torbay? Do we think it's South Links? You're on mute, Steve, but I was able to lip read of, no, I'm not doing that.
It goes from, oh yeah, well, I don't like to talk about the negative side of things.
No, but this is for you.
Should we run a poll?
This is for you. Yeah, but this is yeah. I'm trying to help you. You love being the bad guy.
Don't bring me into it. Yeah, the Baron of Britball.
Yeah, you are. Look, when you're not predicting teams folding, you're insulting head coaches. Smearing their name in the public domain.
Yeah. No, of course. Yeah, no problem. Go and take my kid out when he plays. I'd love it. You know what I mean? That's the thing. Like, that was my barometer for it. I was like, if a coach did that to Grayson, would I go and smack him in the face?
You bang him one.
Yeah,
You would definitely go bang Grayson in the face. You'd be like, what are you doing getting beat up?
Kick return TD for Phoenix.
Wow.
I think it's a kick return TD. I need to rewind it a little bit. I'm fairly sure it was. Yeah, it
I
was.
thought you weren't going to be rewinding. I thought you'd already said you're not going to be rewinding.
Oh yeah. It's just because you suggested it, but now it's come off on mine.
He's in.
It's a great decision by me.
Right, I need. So somehow I need to.
Wedderburn.
I need to reverse psychology in you, into thinking that putting a poll about who's going to fold first is a good idea. So then that way we can do it.
So there was a flag on that kickoff. Not the score one. I'm wondering if it was kick return or if it was a
Just a long
play.
TD.
Yeah.
Wedderburn. One of the Sealandic gentlemen, just saying.
So Russ has mentioned that Nick T always bought his O-line beers after a game. He's a diamond.
Yeah, it's going back to re-kick. So this was a kick return.
Oh.
So they would have moved the ball forward. Could have probably got a touchback easy.
Steve, Lightning have requested Alphas take out all their starters for the rest of the third and will forfeit in the fourth so they don't drop down to associate.
Fuck off out the league.
Oh,
Fuck off out the league. Don't even talk to me.
Awful.
What is that?
That's terrible.
Just leave the league. I'm not having it.
Oh no. You see, again, I don't like kind of ripping on kind of Div 2 teams, but that isn't even a Div 2 team. That's just poor. Say,
Mate,
please don't hurt us. Please don't hurt us. Let us play, and then we can quit. Lightning, you should be ashamed, and I suggest you forfeit the whole entire league, have a word with yourself, and then come back maybe next year once you've recruited.
Don't even need to run a poll.
Nah, judge, jury, executioner. Very poor. Very poor.
That kick return,
Yes,
touchdown,
Russell.
quality. It looks like it didn't count
What?
unless they haven't updated the score.
So Chris has mentioned that it was a kick return. They've had a re-kick. Well, they had a re-kick, and that was what was scored off of. And Russ has just mentioned that it's complete shithousery on the South Links side.
No kidding.
The Alphas have benched the starters. The Alphas have acquiesced to the request.
That's just good on the Alphas, because they're obviously doing them a bit of a favour. But South Links, just go home. Just pack up your stuff. Consider an alternative sport. Let all your good players to go to proper teams and fold. I don't care.
So sorry, I'm just watching. I'm just trying to keep up with this. There was flags down for this TD, so it looks like it didn't count. So I'm just I'll stick with it, and I'll let you know what the update is when it's
right. So we've got some more Scottish updates. So Cal, we love Cal, by the way. Cal has come in here and dropped multiple Scottish game updates after we've been begging for them for over a year. So thank you very much, Cal. We really appreciate you. So he's mentioned that we're looking at a 26-7 for the Vikings over the Tigers currently. And then we've got an update here from Tom, and he's telling us that the Clyde Valley Blackhawks over the Kings end of the third. We've got 30-0. So again, more Scottish updates. So don't know what you're doing with the Razorbacks helmet full of candy, but it looks amazing.
Hey,
is it full of Freddos? Is it?
It's full of Freddos.
Full of Freddos. So Ash mentioned that a Prem team did this in 2016. Multiple fourth quarter forfeits and then folded a few years afterwards. Was that Bury in 2016?
Might be. Actually, that sounds plausible. Because all their Americans left.
Yeah, Steve, is that right? Ash mentioned 2016. 2016, at the time they were Farnham. Farnham was in. No, it was Coventry.
Oh.
Who was Coventry had a team?
The Jets, yeah.
The Coventry Jets, yeah.
They won it. They won the football final.
Yeah, yeah.
I've got the update. Touchdown was good. Unsportsmanlike conduct on 2 players on Phoenix. Who's now the PAT. Okay, so
Tamworth and Tamworth are kicking off from their own 10-yard line after penalties. An 80-yard field.
Oh, yeah. No, 6-yard line. 6-yard line, the ball's on. 10-7. Weird.
And then Chris has just corrected. He says it's actually the 5-yard line.
Correct it again because it's a 6-yard line.
So, the Cats have scored. I thought we already had that update. I thought we already had that.
25-19. That's even closer.
I could have sworn. Oh, no, you're right. Yeah, 25-19. Yeah?
Yeah, that's even closer. Come on, Cats.
Chris is choosing to refuse the acceptance and just laugh about the fact that it's a 6-yard line instead. The Cats making a comeback, 25-19. Score remains 20-0 with 2 minutes to go in the Wembley Blitz B game. So it's been a big second half in the Blitz B. They were down 20-0 at half time. So we've got an end of the third quarter in South Wales Rushmore. Rushmore leads 43-12.
Mega. Some fun game. We still had nothing from the the Falcons Revolution, have we? I suspect.
Not since the 14. Not since the 14-2. No.
I suspect that's probably not the same score. But yeah, what it's so what are we on now? Is it 7? What was the score for the Titans Phoenix? Oh, he's
Be 9.
Is,
9.
No, 10-7 to the.
10.
To
Oh, they kicked the extra point.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Sorry, I'll let you go back to your chips and dip, darling.
There are offensive players. Other offensive players on the Cats not named Mark. So Ryan Smith is the. Well, actually, that just sounds like they've just made that name up.
Yeah, it's lies.
Yeah, they've realised that they can't get away with calling everybody on their team Mark, and they've gone Ryan Smith. Sorry, Ryan. Well done though, receiving touchdown. So Cats trail 19-25 to the Spartans. We've got to be.
Have you seen the
Just a point. It looks like
the score.
It looks like the one of the flags for the Tamworth is for excessive celebration, for the player cupping his hand to his ear when he scored as he was running. Just wank. Just absolute what a bunch of retards that come up with these rules. Just they've never played the game. Simple as that.
No.
Anyway.
Do you know what you need to do? Play more Spider Series where you can do what you want. We don't care. There you go. Did you see the Knights versus the Warriors update? 43-12. The Knights trouncing the Warriors there. Well done.
Excessive celebration should be mandatory.
Just saying. That's just the way it is. But how is that a 14-yard penalty?
I'm assuming one is a 10-yard and the second one's half the distance to the goal.
See? I like that. I would have just gone because.
Or it may be that both are half distance.
Yeah. So we got a final score here. Lewis Moore hauls in a lovely 40-yard pass. For some reason, there isn't time to take the PAT. Anyway, the final score is the North Ants Fire Ants 61. North Ants Fire Ants Knights 61. Worcestershire Source Black Knights no.
Have you seen the last bit for sticking out the whole game? Hashtag
Boo Lightning.
Boo Lightning.
They've said thanks to Worcestershire for sticking out the whole game, and they're booing South Links.
Hashtag Boo Lightning. That's it. Get that in more. Boo Lightning.
Yeah. Boo Lightning.
Boo Lightning. Very poor. Very poor.
Are you saying Burns or Boo Earns? I was saying Boo Lightning.
There's one point on that, on the Lightning thing. They said about we're going to wait until the fourth quarter to forfeit so we don't get relegated or associate. I don't think... I've never heard that anyway.
We've got an update on that now where Barry's just chucked a comment in. I just want to touch on this. 35-2, apparently Leicester over Shropshire. So there we go. That's a lot more what we thought. So Barry's mentioned, it sounds like the Alphas offered to bench starters at halftime as the Lightning were debating quitting at halftime. Lightning now have said that they no longer want to call the game in the fourth and want to finish the game because they've been playing against backups.
So what? So
South Links were going to quit. They were going to quit at halftime, and then Scunthorpe's going, look, we've played half. We want to play another half. Yeah. We'll bench our starters, and then they've benched the starters, and South Links are going, playing against backups ain't so bad. We can finish the game now. And now the Alphas are putting the starters back in.
I would if I was the Alphas. I'd wait till the fourth. And I get, who's the biggest, nastiest people? And just get them to smash people. Hi, Grayson.
Hi.
Hey, buddy.
Hello, Ace. Oh,
it's T-Rex.
Grayson, if you got taken out by a Brit Ball head coach, what would you expect the response to be from your father?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Grayson, can you say Boo Lightning?
Boo Lightning.
Boo Lightning. Grayson, say Boo Lightning. There you go.
Say Boo Lightning.
Hiding the scored.
Oh. Oh, go on. What's happened?
The Lightning... As they should. As they should. It doesn't matter if you're playing or not. You should be tapped into the Game Day live stream to get all of the most recent updates.
Correct. Go on.
Titans just scored. They're doing the one pack now.
We were trying to get Grayson to say boo.
Say
Lightning.
boo Lightning.
Apparently,
Boo
Lightning
Lightning.
have heard the live stream.
Can you say boo Lightning? Go on. I'll get Theo to say it. Theo, come here.
Yeah. Okay. This kid loves a muggery. First play with the starters on the pitch. The Alphas get a strip and a
Can
recovery.
you say boo Lightning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He can't even talk and he said it.
Yeah.
It's all right. He can't talk, and the Lightning can't play. So it'll work together.
Yeah, Grayson.
Hey, nice one, Grayson.
Right, I've got to go. Go back outside now. Go and play. Close the door.
I remember that, Mikey. They beat the Alphas 7-0.
I remember when they
went-
beat them 7-0.
Right, see
And
you
then they
later.
went, oh yeah, sorry, we can't play anymore because you've got your players back. You go,
Yeah.
shut up.
Yeah.
Anyway,
14-10 to Manchester. This game's brilliant. This game, well, yeah, it is. It's good.
The quality
second
of
half has
football.
been.
Okay.
I like that. I'm a big fan of that.
Lots of
But,
scoring.
Do we?
Would you reckon
do you
Manchester
wanna-
go for an onside? Ooh.
yeah, 100%. We
Oh,
know
with
how
Bocott, with
can do it.
Bocott as kicker, they definitely do.
Let's see.
We love Bocott.
Have we got? Have we-
No, it's a little chip. It wasn't. He didn't properly put his foot through it, but went all the way to the back line. Elliot, what's his name? Elliot Walters.
No.
He's no one's tackling him. He's broken about 4 tackles. Got to the midfield, tackled by the kicker, number 13.
Aaron Bocott.
Have we have we got any updates from the Solent Blitz game on Insta or anything, Steve? Can you have a look?
Right. I'll rattle through everything because while he looks at his telephone. So we've got Titans 7, Phoenix 10. Although apparently they've just scored. Is that right? So the Titans just scored. Will that make it 14-10? I don't know. With the last update we had we had the Exiles 10, Olympians 0, Thrashers 0, Blitz 6, Inverclyde Goliath 6, Wolverines 16, Tigers 7, Vikings 20. We had the latest for the Revolution Falcons, where the Falcons were giving them a bit of a drubbing. I can't remember what it was. 35-2. The Bobcats Dreadnoughts 10-7. South Wales Warriors 12, Rushmore Knights 43, Essex Spartans Cats. Oh my word! Just had the update there. Somerset Wyverns 46, Torbay Trojans zip, absolutely nothing. Carrying on. The Spartans versus the Cats. What was the update for that one? Cats 19, Spartans 25. Stallions 20, London Blitz B 0, Kings 0, Clyde Valley Blackhawks 14, DC Presidents 14, Nottingham Raiders 36, that's a full-time score. Boo, South Links Lightning, boo, 0, Scunthorpe Alphas 35 loads. North Ants Knights 61, Worcestershire Black Knights 0. That's a full-time, isn't it?
61-0, correct.
Yeah, that's the full-time score. I've already done the Wyverns 46 over the Trojans 0. East Essex Sabres 10, East Kent Mavericks 8. The last one that's just come in, Glasgow Tigers 7, Northumberland Vikings 26, and that's where we're up to for now. Anything further from you? Stevie's still playing, so we'll leave the gaffer to do his thing. So yeah, so what are you thinking, Oz? What do you think? Anything? I mean, we had a moment of thinking, "Ooh, maybe the Falcons aren't that great," and then they just come out and just smash them to pieces. So,
yeah, it's that was the thing. It was the Rev sort of stood out at the start, and then the wheels have sort of fallen off the wagon a little bit when you put it that way. And then we've got the Vikings Tigers 26-7. And then Ed Valley and Dunfermline.
Yeah. Should coaches be flagged for delay of game if they continue to moan to officials after a play is done? Yes.
Only if it affects the actual play of the game. Like if you're just whinging an ump on the sideline, is everything else going on? No. But
if the normal flow is because you've got the pack of referees around you and you're moaning,
then yes, 100%. Yes, 100%. But if you're just having a bitch at a line judge, like as the play continues, like, crack on. That's part of the game. It's your right as a coach. The full time has just come through there from Somerset, and they've just mentioned 46-0 over the Trojans as the final score. It's a fair few points given up there from Torbay in 2 games. So there we go, starting to open up a little bit of a gap.
21 Exiles, Olympians 0.
Yeah,
that's sort of the way we thought it'd go, though, isn't it? We all predicted the Exiles. End of the third, Spartans still up by 6. This is the comeback for the.
This is game of the week. Game of the week.
Game of the week. Oh, come on. Lightning players now deciding to be mouthy because you can't play and have no numbers. You can always fall back on talking to compensate. Boo Lightning. Hashtag Boo Lightning.
Hashtag Boo Lightning. So going back to Torbay for a second, that's now they gave up 62 in the first game. They've given up was that 46? 46 in this. So 108 points in 2 games. And
it's not looking good, is it? I like you say, you don't like to write people off, but it's not.
When are your boys set to play them?
I haven't a clue. I'd have to have a little bit of a look, to be fair, because like I say, I'm not moving down there till 20th of June. So
not planning on playing a game, making the trip from North Wales.
Well,
down the corner.
It's a bit of a. I was tempted to play next week, and then unfortunately, our boss went, "No, you're now working nights instead." So I was like, "Oof. Thanks for that." So it means I can do this, but I'm not going to drive all the way down to Bristol to lose to come back here. Well, or win.
I was going to say if you're talking about making the trip, I assumed that it was going to be a game. It was going to be a Bristol game because that's not as bad of a drive from North Wales as the other
like 3 hours, 4 hours,
mind you. Because where's Somerset? Somerset, the team, are they based in Taunton?
I don't know. That'd be one for Tinternet. If anyone's looking, let us know. But
Barry probably knows. Not Barry. Well, no. Aaron. Sorry, Aaron. Yeah. Aaron or Jeff probably know. Yeah, Taunton. There we go. Ash knows as well. So yeah, they're in Taunton.
Yeah, if Ash is there, he might know the rest of the fixtures.
I was going to say he's playing for Cornwall this year, isn't he? So
he is. We're both meant to be. Like I say, I'm making as much hay while the sun shines in job this end before I move down there. Just
of course,
because it's going to get very, very, very expensive very quickly to move house. 300 miles down. Blimey. Especially after like 2 or 3 houses have fallen through and anxiety is through the roof, but everything's fabulous, isn't it? Game Day Live on Sport Tank.
here to share our crippling depression with you about yours.
It's just been so wild. It's just, do you want to move down to the Cornwall area? Yes, I do. Okay, I'll just sort a house out. No, you won't. What do you mean? Please, can I sort a house out? No.
Steve, have we got any Blitz Solent?
Oh, crikey, oh blimey. Go on.
Give it to me, baby.
Yeah, maybe. I think he's leading.
He's got to be typing. He's got to be typing. Oh, 6-0! That's huge. That is massive. Huge.
Thrashers 6, Blitz 6, extra point blocked.
Love seeing that.
Mega, yeah.
Love
well
seeing
done to the
that.
Thrashers. Mike Woolnow and Rowan Milner. Well done, boys. That's
Not to miss off.
else have we got?
Steve Rains.
well, he's not he's not jumped on the Sealand bandwagon yet.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, well, that's a good point. Roll on the power rankings. They're going to be all over the place. Oh, he's on the Onken. He's on the Onken yogurt. There you go. He's been healthy. Good on you. Good for your gut and all that sort of stuff. But yeah,
he's gonna go home and smash pints of Yakult. He just wants that gut health.
But 6-6, and that's the thing is, I mean, we've always kind of, well, personally, you kind of go Warriors, Blitz, and then everyone else. Does this mean the Blitz has dropped? Or
everyone else.
Come up? Well,
I'm feeling like it's Warriors, everyone else, until we see the Apache play. Aztecs. Until we see the Aztecs play. Yeah,
and then and then it gets fruity.
Yeah, sorry, I said Apache because I'm sitting here staring at the SFC2 West, looking at Torbay's dismalness. But yeah, until we see the Aztecs play, we don't know if it is literally Warriors, everyone else, because the parity with everything else. So we look at what we've got there. So the Exiles and the Olympians are 21. Are we creating a third tier in the fact that obviously the Olympians lost 48-0 to the Blitz last week? So are we going to see Warriors, Thrashers, Exiles, Blitz in amongst with everything? Olympians as their own sort of bottom tier of that, destined to drop, as Steve said. And then we've just got to find out where the Aztecs fit in.
I still think they'll come out as number 2. I think it'll be Warriors, Aztecs.
Yeah, but then is it number 2, as in they're sort of just like barely the top of that second tier? Or are you saying the possibility where it's Warriors, Gap, Aztecs, Gap, Bristol, Solent, Kent.
The rest of the pack. Yeah.
Gap, Olympians.
Then everyone else. There you go, at a full time there. Wembley Stallions 20, London Blitz B 0. So we're right. We got one right, boys. Oh, here we go. Power rankings prediction: Warriors, Titans, Hogwarts, Mark Sanchez, the Dog and Duck, Merseyside.
Okay, how have we managed to put Mark Sanchez above Merseyside? I've never seen a butt fumble in Merseyside. Like, no. I'm not feeling this.
But yeah, so Mikey Gray there, obviously not having an awful lot of faith in the Nighthawks this year. I'm using their safe name because we're pre-Watershed and all that. But yeah, not an awful lot because there's been loads of people leave. I mean, there's 4 ex-Nighthawks playing on the stream that Steve's watching.
For both sides or just for...
Yeah, at least 4. Mark Horton and Alex Eager are both playing for the Titans. Danny Barnes and Craig Owen are both international players. They're playing for the Phoenix after Johnny Weeks enticed, who was another ex-Nighthawk, enticed them all away.
So when he said, when was the last time GB played an international game?
Don't know.
I think it was against France, wasn't it?
When?
About 3 years ago, 4 years ago.
Can you be classed as an international player if you haven't played an international game? So let's say if there's people that have been like, because if you remember from when we had GB coach Jason Scott on last year, and he talked about how they were going to be running the camp down in Nottingham, and they were going to be inviting people to come to it. Like if there's, let's say you get selected from that camp, are you a GB international even if you've not played a game?
You're an international once you've got caps, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So I'm assuming that the international players they're talking about have caps. Again, not watching the stream, don't know which players they're talking about, but I know that both the Scenics. I know that both Tamworth and Manchester do have GB capped players, but then both Tamworth and Manchester have Sealand capped players. So
who have played more games than them in the last year.
I was going to say, since the pandemic, there's been more Sealand internationals than GB internationals.
Oh,
Just saying.
The Phoenix there with a fantastic punt. Oh, we got some nonsense, have we?
They're coming after Shavash.
They've pinned the Titans down at the 1 yard line. Just fantastic punt.
Wow.
Yeah, really fielded perfectly, and obviously kicked very nicely too.
So Mikey's talking about it there, that they're referring to the Sealand internationals on show. There's Jack Watson for the Titans, and then the 56 guys on the Phoenix.
It's SSS News, the Shivash Sports, Sealand Sports News.
Right,
Get your shirt and tie on, you bum. Come on.
Yeah, boom.
You
I assume
bum.
that was a comment in the thing, right? Let me just try and get it. Get rid of it.
Live scoreboard. But
I mean
that you it's a good point. Is at what point are you an international? Is when you've played.
You've stepped on the field, and again, is it being named in the squad for that game enough, or do you need to step on the field?
Been named.
No, squad's fine. That's a cap.
Okay.
That's still a cap.
Yeah. But,
Full time.
Alpha's
Alpha's 42. Boo Lightning. Nil.
Boo Lightning. It's the thing is when we come on next week, even if they don't, I don't know if they're playing or not, but it's just going to be Boo Lightning nil versus whoever they're.
We didn't start it. This is all
full time.
Yeah, 42 full time. This is
Full-time.
all North Ants.
North
That's to blame.
Cheeky.
We didn't start it.
Well, we're quite happy to keep it going.
Yes.
after that update of please don't hurt us. We don't like football. You've been really mean to us.
Just
Get in the bin.
Well, that was then clarified to an extent, so it wasn't as bad as it first sounded. Still.
No, it was originally offered. It was offered to them, and they jumped on it.
And they got mouthy.
And then shit talk. Clyde Valley 38-0 over the Dunfermline Kings.
Good win.
Not Blue Lightning. Blue Lightning is that cheap cider you'd have in the park as a teenager.
I thought it was white. I've been smashed off White Lightning a few times. I broke my foot off White Lightning.
See, this is one thing I wouldn't say I regret not growing up in the UK, but I never had we never had things like WKD Blue or anything like that where I come from. We just drink Goon.
Goon.
I don't even know what that means.
So Goon is it's cask wine. So it's a 3 liter like bladder of cask wine, and you can get it for it's like $9. So about £4.50 will get you 3 liters of cask wine, and it's like 12% or some shit. And that's what if you needed a cheap night of drink, you drink Goon. And so we do stupid games so Wheel of Forgoon, and that's where you have to have a rotating. So again, you guys don't really have them here because the English house isn't really built for it. But you have a big backyard, and you have a clothesline out the back that is a rotating clothesline.
Oh yeah.
So everybody, So everybody would buy their own Goon, and then you would take the Goon sack out of the box, and then you would attach said Goon sack to the washing line with a peg, and everybody attaches theirs, and then you spin it, and then if you're standing there in front and it stops in front of you, then you've got to fucking neck it from that Goon sack that stops in front of you, and then essentially first one to chunder loses. And then so we do that. We play possum with your Goon bag, which is where you climb into the tree with your Goon bag, and you cannot come down either until you pass out because you fall out of the tree, or you finish your Goon bag.
How big is a Goon bag?
3 liters.
3 liters.
3 liters.
3 liters of cider or
wine. It's like
super, isn't it?
It's like 9 to varied between 9 to 12%.
Jesus
Oh, good.
But you guys play Scrumpy Hands over here, right?
I've seen
Like
that.
Edward Scrumpy hands.
Yeah, when
you
you
get 1
sellotape
liter.
it in.
You can get 1.5 liter bottles of Scrumpy, and then you will tape them to your hands, and then someone else takes the lids off, and then you finish when you finish the bottles of cider. And obviously you can do it with like one in one hand, one in the other, or you can just be a psychopath and you can tape your hands and have a third one in there as well, which is which is even more because they take all the lids off at the same time. So it's even more. It's so originally what you can do is because I've done it a couple of times. You can squeeze the bottle and put your mouth over it to like force the liquid up, and then you will do that to each of them. And then you have to maneuver it by tip. Yeah, it's a nightmare. I got arrested after playing Edward Scrumpy Hands. I was dressed up in a giant yellow onesie, and I threw an aluminium table on power lines and shorted out a neighborhood. Yeah. I'll send you guys the photo. I'll send you two guys the photo. But yeah, so Scrumpy Hands, and Possum were the two that we used to play.
Oh God! Just that from Mikey Gray. Top tactics by South Links. Boo, lightning boo. Coaching staff by Bluffing Scunny and briefly pulling the starters. Preventing the alphas from serving up a burger. #genius. And Thomas Noon saying, "This sounds epic and disgusting. Great times were had."
Yeah.
Well, this is it. It's bad choices in your 20s.
But that's because what was the final score? 42.
42-0.
42-0. Yeah. So they've avoided the 50 because we were staring at a 36. Like the running clock would have kicked in from about half time on that one, wouldn't it? The mercy rule. Yeah. So it's just disappointing, to be honest.
Yeah, but so Steve, anything from yourself? Because Twitter's gone very Q.
No, I'm just Well, we've got a lot of games finished in Div 2. No, there's nothing. I'm just checking stuff now. There's nothing new that I can see so far.
So the Wembley Stallions have got themselves a hashtag for the season. It's hashtag respect all, fear none.
That's the same as Wembley. The Wembley Stallions have always had that. It's on their.
Oh, is it?
It's on their badge. They've always.
Oh, that's cool. I've never seen that
team
before.
I noticed started using it this year, but I can't remember who it is.
Rip off. Not happy with that.
That was in fact, I know exactly who that was because I was like, "You're not using that." That was these guys.
Razorbacks.
The Razorbacks said respect all fear. I was like, oh, really?
No, I thought. Well, that's another team then because I definitely. The team I'm thinking about was a Britball team.
Oh dear.
Ooh,
but yeah,
I do have another score. I'll just put it up.
No,
now,
go on.
Sick.
I've just that's the Edward Scrumpy Hands photo I've just sent you guys.
Oh God! So what do you do? I mean, if you're playing while these two go giggle pigs, if you're playing Scrumpy Hands, what if you take up and you need to go for a burst?
And that's it. That's the exact thing. You need to drink faster.
Oh God!
So it's either drink faster or piss yourself.
You've got a cap on the middle one though. That looks like cheating to me.
Yeah, no, because we hadn't started. He wanted a photo right before we started.
Oh God!
That was the beginning. That was the beginning of the night. I'll see if I can find the
Leicester game there, 41-2, thanks to Shiv.
So that's solidified itself as the drubbing that we thought.
A new QB and they're just punting it. But they've benched their starting QB.
Are we still 14-10?
Yes.
So the Titans 14, Phoenix 10, Exiles 21, Olympians 0, Thrashers Blitz 6-all, Inverclyde Goliath 6, Wolverines 16, Tigers 7, Northumberland Vikings 26, Falcons 35, Revolution 2. Bobcats 10, Dreadnought 7, South Wales Warriors 12, Rushmore Knights 43, Spartans 25, Cats 19 in our game of the week. Stallions 20, London Blitz B is a full-time 20-0. Kings 0, Clyde Valley Blackhawks 38. Presidents 14, Raiders 36. That's full time.
We interrupt this live streaming.
Oh.
Cambridgeshire TD ties the game, and the extra point gives the Cats the go-ahead score, 26-25.
Wow. And that's in Q4. That's just the start of Q4.
That's Q4.
Yeah, they've only just started it.
Yeah.
Wow. That's quality.
Game of the week. Oh, the shirt's off.
Hey, we can certainly call a game of the week, can't we, boys?
That's it. This is it. We're doing the rest of this. If they win, we're doing it. The rest of it topless. I'll lean forward so you don't get zucked, Steve. How's that?
Well, you get zucked for nips.
I don't know.
For female nips, you do. I don't know about
female nips. Yeah.
Yeah.
Print some female nips out and stick them on.
Stop lactating. There we go.
Yeah.
Update. Bournemouth 17-7 over Portsmouth as well now.
Right,
Fair
fourth
play.
quarter, Tamworth, Manchester going into the fourth quarter. Manchester got the ball just at the halfway line, so that's like 33 yards out. 38 yards out.
Wild. There we go. But that
Lovely
is
run there for a first down, pretty much. Sorry, go on.
That's all right.
Ignore me.
I can't remember where we're up to. Yeah, that was it. The South Links Lightning boo. Nil. Scunthorpe Bathurst 42. Just losing out on the burger due to some shithousery. Northants 61. Black Knights 0. Wyverns 46. Torbay Trojans 0. They're both full time. And the East Essex Sabres 10. East Kent Mavericks 8. And there we go. So that's where we're up to. Ash! Oh dear, Ashley. I'm not sure. Scandalous.
Which superstar wide receiver was that?
It was the one that he couldn't make the training on Friday for reasons unbeknownst. Then he couldn't make the mental health seminar that we did on the night before the game either for reasons. And then when he wasn't starting, turned up, took his kit off at the first quarter and then walked off middle of the game. And then in the night time, wondered why no one wanted to go for a drink with him. Yes, I know. I'm very, very, very pale. In fact, if I've got my cup, I think I am as white as the cup.
Where's it
What
gone?
cup?
Where's that cup?
What
gone?
cup?
Yeah.
Yes, Steve. Yes. Just want to touch on this. No, sorry. This. We call it Edward Scrumpy Hands because we play it with Scrumpy.
Yeah, there we go. Cider hands. So. You see. Yeah, it's 20th of June. 20th of June. After that, I would be a bronzed Adonis. With just wobbly bits.
Oh.
Go on, talk us through it, Steve.
Manchester.
So there's
ball
9
across the
minutes.
middle. Manchester ball across the middle to number 14, and his hamstring went. Yeah.
Sniper.
He's waving himself. He carried on going, but he was like skipping and wait.
Put the team on his back, though.
Gutted.
Greg Jennings broke his damn leg. Put the team on his back. Please tell me you've seen that video.
What
You
video?
don't know what I'm talking about. Oh my god. Okay.
Oh. Tigers 7, Vikings 34 in the third quarter. Thanks, Carl.
And there's 9 minutes. 9 minutes left. Well, I think it's probably down to 7 minutes now in the Cambridgeshire Essex game.
Will I ride out the rest of this stream?
I think
topless?
Manchester
Who
just
knows?
scored. I think Manchester just scored.
Talk us through it.
I can't. Hold on. I need to rewind it.
I can't.
It's you guys.
What more happened?
I'm overwhelmed with emotions.
I just want to watch a game, and you guys keep asking me to look at other stuff. Right. So I don't even know what
You were
game it is.
the one who you were like, I'll do this,
Shush,
I'll do this,
shush.
I'll do this.
Oh, shush! I can't see properly. It's a ball snap. QB keeper. Oh no! Throws the ball out 11 yards. Your receiver catches it number 12, and he's wide open. Just runs it in.
Why is there no flag on number 21 for excessive celebrations and taunting?
There might be. I've around it before I could see any sort of.
We'll play it and
That
just
is
tell us.
quality. So they are 21-10. Well, pending. Sorry, they're 20-10 pending Pat.
So
Wow.
is do we believe the hype?
Yeah.
Is it time to believe the hype?
Yeah.
It just shows. Yeah, definitely. Man.
Yeah,
Good on
yeah.
him.
I do feel sorry for, and I'm gonna say this, and it's gonna be quite controversial here. I don't care. I feel sorry for the Tamworth Phoenix players that didn't have much of a pre-season because a lot of their coaching staff were off doing Uniball, and they were waiting and waiting and waiting for their pre-season
Do
training.
you think that's a problem?
Massive. I think that has destroyed their pre-season big time.
Really? That's an interesting point. 2010. So the Pat must not have gone through. I didn't see it where I jumped, but
Yeah, there was. I know from speaking to folk that there was an awful lot of players that were like, "Come on, can we start? Can we do something?" And a lot of their coaching staff were doing Uniball, so they've had all of the talent in the world. They're just like checking a watch and going, "We need to get going." Manchester were already rocking and rolling. Like,
Well, Manchester
January,
also had a game.
February.
Manchester also had a game last week as well. So they've had a game, like they've had actual live bullets.
yeah.
Yeah, but
Granted, it was against
Again,
Samwell, so maybe
the way
not
this
maybe
game
not
has
live
gone,
bullets, but
you can't say this is a fluke or anything. Like this is the
No.
Manchester Titans defeating.
Oh, yeah.
The Phoenix. Like they are beating them convincingly.
and that's the bit is their pre-season has been kind of like it's just been waiting for their coaches to come back from Uniball.
is there a possibility though that we're just
But surely that
we're
could ruin
banking
the whole
on?
team. Like, if you think how frustrated you'd be, how frustrated you'd already were, and then you come against the team that is trying to displace you, and they beat you. Surely that's got the potential of ruining the Phoenix.
So we've got an update here from Reese. So obviously Bournemouth just scored again. So Bournemouth go up 23-7. Big things there for Bournemouth. But just touching on this Manchester Phoenix thing, are we sort of giving too much credence or credit to the Phoenix for their performances of yesteryear, and not enough to the fact that maybe Manchester is just the better team at this point in time? Like it's all well and good in saying Phoenix haven't had as good of a preseason, this and that, but wow,
Big,
let's go Solent!
big.
Come on!
That's
Get in.
absolutely
Apparently that's a
fantastic.
full-time score.
Full-time
I haven't got
score.
I haven't had it sent to me yet. I haven't had it sent to me
9-6.
yet.
That's
Please let that be
Maybe.
true.
that is awesome.
That's
Well done,
great.
Solent.
Yeah, go on Thrashers. Change the power rankings.
You just to be clear, we don't do the power rankings.
No,
it's
but
the
Chris
Breeze.
is but he's here.
Is he saying it too?
Yeah, he's
No.
watching.
Chris is here, so he can. It's
Yeah, and Chris Green, not Chris Breen, Chris Greener, because
He's come back,
the Cats have come back from getting absolutely spanked.
they're up
They're
1-0. They're up 1-0. They're 1 point up.
1 point up. So if
There
this
can
is
only
what
be a
it
couple
is,
of minutes left.
Yeah, this is how I ride out the rest of the stream.
Come on! I just want to find this.
Shirtless.
Okay, got a full time here
Ash,
from Lancashire.
that's your task. Your task
Yep.
for this week. You've given it the big licks now. You've dropped
Yep.
yourself in it. I know you've got one of the weekdays off. You're doing your power rankings.
Well, no, he
So
said
that-
all he's going to be doing is surfing this year. He's not going to be doing a damn thing. So you've got time.
that the Breens, when they get all the shtick that they have during the week, you can go, but this is the Shiv version. So they
Yeah.
can give you some stick as well. So well done.
Yeah, we
well,
want-
well done.
We want them before Game Day Live kicks off next week, so we can talk about it at the start. We will bring the SSN power rankings onto the show. We'll compare them with the Breens. Confirm that Solent had a last minute
deal.
field goal. Love it. Absolutely love it.
Big fan of that. Love him.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
What fucking
Mikey.
scenes down there, man.
Too early in the season to gauge, but Titans are a solid club and have been for a while. They'll have a Tamworth on their day of capable of beating anyone. But like I say, with a potentially poor pre-season, it's cost them. And they might turn it around. I might be just talking absolute rot, and they might go, "Yeah, now we've got our eye back in. We're just going to obliterate everyone." And the return leg with Manchester, they'll spank them to death. But
That looks like it was a good game.
Ooh, that was a big comeback from the Inverclyde Goliaths. Inverclyde Goliaths 28, Lancs Wolverines 34. I'm sure Lancs was they
were about 20 up at one point, weren't they?
Yeah, they were a few scores up.
Well done to Inverclyde, but
Yeah,
unfortunately,
big second half there from the Goliaths.
Yeah.
So we've got about 12 minutes left for our usual streaming time. I figure we want updates from the Cambridgeshire Essex game. That's the big one.
LL Cool P, if you're out there, let us know what's happening and where we're up to.
Or Scott as well.
Or Scott. Let's so let's see.
Still haven't had that. I know Jordan's confirmed it, but I still haven't had anything like official.
Yeah, you don't.
I've had a message. I've had a message from one of the Solent players who's told me it's 9-6 as well.
Oh my god.
Oh wow.
Blitz's first non-Warriors regular season loss since the Aztecs in 2016.
Crikey, blimey.
6 years ago.
Yeah.
Mate,
well, five seasons.
Surely this shows that the Thrashers are.
Coming up.
They're a decent side, right?
Cats score and extend their lead by 8, 33-25. 5 minutes left in the fourth.
33-25. Jesus.
Yeah, so they obviously score in the 2 PAT.
A few really exciting finishes, isn't it?
Mate.
This is fantastic. I don't think we can go offline yet. I think we've got to hang on until 5 minutes in the fourth.
Everything can die out in 11 minutes.
According to the Lancs Facebook page, Inverclyde were up 16-6 at halftime, so big second half by Lancs.
Oh, really?
We said the opposite.
Yeah, we didn't see that bit, but yeah.
I fucking hope not. Here we go. Chris and Ash are on the same wavelength.
Chris and Ash have met me before.
That's got to be out of bounds.
The pants are off. The pants are off.
Look like it.
But yeah, no, I got a message from one of the Solent players who confirmed 9-6 full time.
Oh wow, it's
beautiful,
mega.
man. Beating a team like the Blitz, man. The first year you go up is absolute quality.
Is that Steve Rains that's running the show?
Yeah, it's Coach Rains. Yeah.
That is the second biggest.
You know what? And that's without me playing there yet. Just think about it. It'd be 9-0 if I was there.
Yeah, he would have lost.
I'd have blown the game.
Yeah, 100%.
Big win for Stang.
But that is.
Sorry, guys. The actual comment.
No, it's fine. But that is the second biggest scalp in the South. Like beating the Blitz is the second biggest scalp in the South, and it's arguably like. Obviously, you might say differently now with the fact that Manchester's beaten Tamworth, but coming into the season, that would be seen as a top 3 scalp in Britball to beat.
Yeah,
like now, obviously, the Breens will change their power rankings, and you move Manchester up, and the Blitz come down. But
brilliant.
Oh, here we go. We got a sneak peek into the SSN power rankings. Solent are up to 4.
Oh, bless you. God bless you, Ash. I'm on a set of 4 days and 3 nights coming up. So
you're on cloud 9 is what you are.
I know.
Go on, Cambridgeshire.
Come on, the Cats.
What a game, though, that must have been. Like, because that has been, Essex took... What would we look at? It was like 19-6 at one point or 25-6 at one point.
25-6, yeah.
Yeah, that's a big comeback.
So I've got a text update about the Solent game. Final Solent 9, Blitz 6. Blitz kicked a field goal, but got a roughing the centre penalty. They took the penalty and fumbled 2 plays later. Solent ran it back to halfway and drove down to a field goal with 10 seconds left. Blitz ran the kickoff back, but had a block in the back penalty.
Oh my god!
What a dramatic end to that game.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is why we need everything live streamed. We could be here, going to all of them, you know, then we wouldn't be looking at Twitch and, Twitter and stuff. We just focus on the actual footage. But, yeah, unbelievable. Fantastic stuff. Congrats to the Solent.
Yeah, go on, Solent. Well, absolutely well done.
Oh, yeah. 100%. Oh,
Like I said, just think, all they need is that they just a little bit more, you know, someone else to come in there and just boost them to the next level. So looking forward to joining them at some point.
I thought someone was boosting them to the next level, not helping them get relegated.
Update from Cal
Blackall.
That's exactly what Steve Rains, Coach Rains, is sitting there in midweek, you know, film session, going, you know what we need? We need a slightly overweight old man to come in and help.
At least it's only slightly overweight now, mate. I'm getting there.
Good on you. Good on you. I think if I was to look at my BMI, like, because what you've got, like it's like within range, obese, morbidly obese. Yeah. What comes after morbidly obese?
Stang.
Mostly fat. Body composition over 50% fat.
Jello.
No,
I feel like if I looked at my BMI, it would probably just say something like clogged arteries or welcome to cardiac arrest.
Yeah.
Planetary. Yeah, exactly. Planetary obese.
Type 2.
Fat bastard. I really appreciate this, guys. Like this is I'm feeling the love right now.
It's
and
your own
Liam,
fault.
actually, Liam, I'm not appreciating the fact that I can see 3 of your chins in that photo, and you're mugging me off.
You're the one on live stream. He's not.
I at least grew a beard to high all 5 of mine. Like,
look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, blimey. So, anything?
That is it. Fat leet. I am way too fast for a 330-pound man.
That's true.
Yeah, Steve knows. Steve knows.
He's rapid.
It's illegal.
And you just sort of watch him and like, what's going on there? How did he do that?
Are you going to have a little run out in any of these charity matches then, Oz?
Oh, charity matches.
Yeah, well, you Schmider ones, come on.
Put me at tight end, and I might consider it.
Well, there you go. I'll see you in Cornwall in October. There you go, tight end.
I'll have to talk to the sister because she lives in Cornwall, so I might be able to crash with her.
Sabres win 10-8.
Do it. Sabres win 10-8. It's so we've got the Titans 20, Phoenix 10. What's happening there? Anything? Where are we up to? What's has he got a timer on there? Or? Oh,
sorry, go on. Ignore me.
Football related? Or?
Ignore me. He says, cutting into Mike giving score updates
sorry,
shit.
I'm sorry. That was stupid. I shouldn't have done it.
That's
Yeah,
right.
scores are updated now.
That is correct. I can only be weighed on cattle scales as well.
Hey, do you know what? Do you know what? A guy I used to live with and played football at the nights with, right, Louis. He told me he had to go for a CAT scan, right, to like scan his head, and because he's so big, he had to go to a vet to get scanned in a horse scanner. And to his credit, right, because I since have had a CAT scan, I went and I barely fit in. Oh, another one. Yeah, get it off. And another, like, I barely fit in. My shoulders were just sort of touching it. So, you know, he's much bigger than me. He's like 6'4".
Well, I still fit in an MRI machine and a CAT scan machine. I can tell you I still fit in those. So
Geezer had to go to a vet to get scanned by a horse scanner. And I said, imagine if you were too big for that and you had to go to like a whale one or like, you know, like a Sea World or something, or
Sea World.
Get scanned there.
They bring Shamu out and wheel your ass.
They leave him for they let him like, swim with them for a bit. Connected with them.
You just beached.
Yeah, he easily gets beached, man. He's massive. But yeah, that was one of my favourite things, was that he had to get scanned by a horse scanner.
Jesus
Look
Christ.
at that. The Silent Thrashers have just posted like game 2 final score 9-6.
That's
Unbelievable. That is such a good result. I know I keep going on about it.
Ash wants to sack the commentary team of the Titans Phoenix game.
The Titans.
Go on.
They got the ball down to like inside the 10 again.
Well, the Titans have.
The Phoenix can't answer this.
They're in shambles.
This Titans offense.
Well, tell you what,
They don't sound really interested in the game. Don't have a clue. Yeah, I've got the commentary off. Why would they not be interested in the game if they're biased to the Titans and the Titans are beating the Phoenix? Like, you'd think they'd be going nuts.
I don't know.
Like, time out anyway.
We're here, they're there.
Mate, there's a massive dude for the Phoenix, and he's like a barrel. That's the only way I can describe him. His arms and his legs are like out like that as he walks. He looks like TikTok from Return to Oz. Do you know who that is?
No.
Oh, come on.
Is that the metal fella?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Oh, I'm going to get him up on screen.
Shivash is just after the Titans commentary job.
Well, and Ash has just said that Green is going for it, so it sounds like we've got a commentary team of Greener and Shivash.
There you go. That's it. Move over, Carl, for Onside Productions.
Oh, is that who's doing it? Onside? No, it's not.
No, it won't be. No, God, no, it won't be. They're Onside are a quality outfit.
So, we've got another Cats TD. So, wide receiver K. Dennis adds his name to the score sheet. Fimbo kicks again. Cats 40, Spartans 25. The Cats have scored. Cats have scored 34 unanswered points. Here go the shoes. The pants are coming off. The pants are off. I swear to God, if I see
doing that, that's what TikTok looks like.
That was what Mikey looks like.
That's what this dude looked like. He looked like a little barrel.
That's Mikey after he's been in Cornwall and he's got himself a tan.
The Titans aren't scoring, but I thought they were going to.
That's Mikey with the Cornwall tan and it shaving his beard, keeping the moustache.
Hang on. Trying to do this. There goes the jeans.
That is the final score for the Leicester game, Paul. We are, yep. So the pants are off. Greener knows it.
Right, what is that score in Cambridge?
40 to 25. 34 unanswered points from Cambridgeshire.
Well done.
That is madness. Absolute madness.
I think they got a first down. I think
oh, no! No! That was underwear. That was underwear that just went past the camera. He just took underwear off.
He's well. Yeah, good on you.
We're getting cancelled.
I think the Titans have got a first down, first and goal from like their 7.
This is definitely a breach of Facebook's community standards, I'll tell you that now.
No, because then we'll get reported and then all sorts of trouble.
Right, how do I delete comments? How do I
Oh, actually, I need to delete a comment, don't I? I need to delete that spam one. I don't get why we flag up with for these spam idiots, man. Pisses me off.
Bloody autocorrect leaving a whole word off of my sentence.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like a Greek Olympian from 1896.
Thanos.
Yes.
But yeah.
They scored again. Manchester Titans 26-10 in the fourth quarter. Pat Pending. Another part. Do you know what? It's the secondary. It's the Phoenix secondary that's just getting tore apart with these. It's like any run that's sort of like 8 to 15 yards and then cuts across. It's like just like no one's there to catch up from the left side. Just like there's no one there. There's no communication or just poor coverage. But the Titans have been so successful with that combination.
So what's that? 26-10 now.
It's currently 26-10. Pat Pending.
We'll find out.
They're going for one.
Don't the Phoenix have like GB international DBs though?
Yeah. Oh, that's a really bad. Yeah. What are they doing with it? Phoenix are trying to like run it back for 2. They hit the holder, and then the ball just went up in the air. They got tackled. The geezer that got tackled holding his knee, he looks injured.
Don't laugh.
Well, and there's a flag. That's why I was laughing. Sorry, I wasn't laughing at the geezer. There's another bloke. He looks quite badly injured actually.
So I'm sure like Ash or something can confirm this, but I thought the Phoenix had like one of the best secondaries in the league, or historically maybe.
Yeah,
they're
a solid bunch of players, aren't
very
they?
good DBs, man. They look like
Yeah.
a bad team.
Will Hobbs. We've got Will Hobbs,
Dan
Dan
More about
Hampton.
what Mikey was saying. With it's not the personnel. It's the scheme, and the fact that they haven't had enough time to play together, and because like that. Like I said, this is like they figured out like a secret code. Like they know where this team.
It's like a cheat code.
Run a 10-yard in. Secret code. 10-yard in.
But I know it's funny to say that, but it doesn't. It's not easy to figure that stuff out, right? But they figured it out. It looks like, and they've done it. They've exploited it.
Full-time Rushmore versus South Wales. Rushmore 43, South Wales 20.
Oh, 20, jeez.
20, yeah. So they pulled one back.
Fair play.
Is Essex Cats still
going? But
Yeah, still going 40-25 at the moment.
Deep,
but they can't be. They can't.
Bournemouth, Portsmouth. Jason's got to just try dragging his injured player.
That's a bit weird. He usually goes after the opposition players rather than his own.
He's changed his ways. Well, I didn't see him do that actually. I wasn't really watching the live stream.
No, there'll be half a video of it on TikTok though.
Oh my god! Yeah. So the Tamworth now take over at the halfway line, which is also known as the 40-yard line.
The 40-yard line.
Oh dear.
South Wales Warriors losing after getting an import. I mean, are we expecting one import to make a difference?
Oh look! So I just got some messages saying Jason ran on the field, dragged the player off, like aggressively. Even the commentator said he shouldn't have done it. I want to look at it.
Oh, naughty! Is this Jason Scott losing his cool again?
Right,
he'd never do that.
The lad on all fours.
Did Swindon play?
I can't see him doing anything to him. He's still.
I don't think so. I don't think Swindon played, Darren.
No.
No.
I think they're due to play next week.
No, I didn't see that at all. It pans away. You don't see him grab the guy at all, unless there was another one.
Try grabbing him with 2 hands on the floor and picking him up.
Ah, right. Maybe that was just before I saw it then. Let me just go back.
Rewind further. Number 8, who's been all over the field today. What's Jason thinking?
Oh yeah, Jason's run on here. Yeah, that's weird. Let's show it. Hold on.
Oh, we can
just a bit weird. I don't know about aggressively. I don't know if that's quite right. Just odd. Jason doesn't seem angry. I don't think. Hold on. Let me just see if I'm getting the right period. Yeah. Here we go. Right. Let's go full screen.
I love this witchcraft. You're about this is how it is.
Yeah, I still get people telling me, "Oh, you didn't do it fairly. You didn't get a chance to speak." Like, fuck off. Just joining you.
Just there's another Tamworth player down as well. We've been told.
Okay, right. So you guys can see it on the screen there, right? Let's make it as big as possible. So Jason Scott's this black blur just coming in here. I think
dead fast.
If I've got it right, there he is.
Jesus. He could have been properly injured.
I don't. Yeah, just odd behaviour. I don't know that he aggressively ran over there.
He's gripped him by the pants and tried to yank him up.
He's dragging him off.
He was dragging him.
He's trying. He could have had any sort of injury to anything. He's just trying to yank. Oh.
And the lad was crawling before. Number 8 he is. Apparently he's been quite decent today. I haven't really been following the game that closely, have I? But
it's just uncalled for. He didn't even have a flag.
the refs waved it off. middle of
And
the
he goes,
field.
just get up, shut up. You're like, oh no, that's poor. Very poor.
Okay, cool. Anyway, yeah.
Very poor.
Well, can't wait to see how that one's explained away.
He wasn't even there.
Like everything else, mate.
He was.
Pisses me
Jason
off.
wasn't even there.
Yeah.
He'd never do anything like that.
As it is his brother, who doesn't like Jason and wanted to frame him.
Jot. Very nice. Shut up.
It's not the Tamworth Phoenix head coach. It's the Nottingham head coach, actually.
Yeah. No, it's not. It's the GB head coach.
Oh.
Well, it depends if he keeps manhandling players. He's going to be nobody's head coach.
Yeah. I don't know, mate. He seems to be all right. Seems to be fine. Everyone seems to be okay with it all. It's a joke. That was bad. He shouldn't have done that. He didn't look. I don't think. Some of the messages I got said he was aggressive. I don't think he looked aggressive.
That was
It was
just
odd.
No, he looked pissed. He 100% looked pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He ripped him off the
100%.
deck. He just went, "Come on, get off the pitch." And you're
That is. We're in the fourth quarter. The fucking clock's running. Move your ass. Go be
Yeah.
injured on the sideline.
Apparently, listening to the commentators talk about it, it was like the commentators thought they'd put themselves on mute and then started talking about it. So it'd be quite interesting to hear that. Anyway, yeah. So, well, we'll see what happens at full time.
Yeah, can we get
in Manchester's got a flag?
Can we just get somebody on like a big like ice hockey Zamboni or something just to come and fucking
It's like the Grand National. They just put screens around him.
shoot him?
to
Yeah.
the glue factory?
Oh, good God.
Oh, right. Well, are we done? Are we waiting for stuff? I mean,
I think we were waiting for the end of the Cambridge Essex game, but there was 5 minutes left when that went to 26-20. When that went to 33-25, and now it's at 25-40. I think that is I think that's done.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll lift the carpet, you grab the brush. Oh, dear.
Yeah, it's because, they don't have to play the backups, Ash. They're not playing South Links.
Oh, dear. But, yeah, if there's anyone out there that can let us know how far we are at the Cats, and because I could probably do put some more clothes on because it's now getting a little bit chilly.
Apparently, you could hear the commentators talk about the Britball final. The Uniball final.
Uniball final.
They said Britball, but I'm sure they mean.
But so do you want me to do one?
How many more people does Jason need to manhandle before someone does something?
Oh,
should we set the over under at 5?
Mate, there's just no point. It's the same as anything in this sport. When enough people care about it, then something will change. But there's a massive apathy for most things, particularly if people think of you favourably, right? So there's going to be a huge apathy, a huge amount of people protecting him, saying that we're, like, as in us discussing this and those people in the chat talking about it are bashing him or just going for him, so I don't think anything's going to... I think it's going to be turned into a non-issue.
It's not like he sexually harassed anybody.
Al Coolby, yeah. Well, exactly, man. I'm just fed up of it. It's a boys' club, right? And at the moment he's chief scout in it. So, like, whatever. We've got video evidence twice now of him doing stupid stuff. It doesn't seem to matter. It really doesn't seem to matter. So, fuck the people that run this sport. They're a bunch of wankers.
So there you go. That's a full time 40-25 for the Cats.
Cats are coming out, been a much more disciplined team in the second half, we've been told. So, big win for Cambridgeshire.
So, we have the Titans 26. Did they go to a 26-10?
Sorry, I haven't changed.
So it's all right. Yeah, Titans 26-10 over the Phoenix. Exiles, the last score we had was 21-0 over the Olympians. The Thrashers with an awesome win over the Blitz, 9-6. Inverclyde Goliaths 28, Lancs Wolverines 34. Tigers 7, Vikings 34. Revolution 2, Falcons 35. Bobcats 23.
Full time, that Falcons one?
Must be.
I think it is.
Bobcats 23, Dreadnought 7, South Wales Warriors 20, Rushmore Knights 43, Essex Spartans 25, Cambridgeshire Cats 40, Stallions 20, London Blitz B 0, Kings 0, Clyde Valley Blackhawks 38. Go on.
Sorry, just lovely run by the Phoenix QB there. Like I think it was a scramble rather than a design play, but he must have run 30 yards, which is a third of this football field.
Shivash has got me there. Falcons 42-2 over the Rev. We have the Presidents 14, Raiders 36, South Links Lightning, boo Lightning.
Lightning.
Boo Lightning. Alphas 42, Northants Knights 61, Black Knights 0, Wyverns 46, Trojans 0, East Essex Sabres 10, East Kent Mavericks 8. And how far are we to go in the Titans Phoenix game?
There's no score. There was a couple of stops for injuries, obviously, with Jason helping. And it's currently 26-10 in the fourth quarter. First and goal from the 9 for the Phoenix. Phoenix looking good. Phoenix done some lovely little drive for them here. I don't know if it's because I don't know if Titans have put some backups on or whatever, or I don't know. But they've clicked on a couple of these plays here. Played really well. Fumbled it. He just fumbled it, and the Titans dropped full on it. The QB fumbled it, picked it up, fumbled it again. Titans ball. They're celebrating like they won. It may just be a case of them kneeling out the game now. I'm not sure.
Blimey, oh blimey! And on that, shall we call it, gentlemen?
I think so.
It's been a fantastic day. What all sorts of wins.
You still naked, Mike?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I'm going to stand up in a minute.
Yeah, can we play Dick or Ball?
No.
It's alright. I'm going to go and put some clothes on.
Right. I'm Oz.
I'm Stang.
That's Stang. That's Steve. We are Sport Tank Game Day Live. We will be back next week. We really appreciate you guys being here with us. Boo the Lightning and Jason Scott do better.
Lightning, boo.
Keep it real. Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Love you, bye.